I did tell you about my album.
Yep.
Avocado from Mexico.
Yeah. Just make sure it's not too loud for the stream, because I don't know how much the stream can hear. All right, let me pull this up on my phone.
Ugh. Oh, damn, it's windy.
Bro. All right, test. Everybody want to try to test, because we need to see if
Test.
will go through.
Test.
Yes.
Test.
You know, World War II.
What? What were you saying, Ericy?
He said the N word.
Oh.
I don't know. He would never say that. Never say
And that is
that.
why I think art schools should allow everyone.
I need to turn up my own
Right.
voice on the stream.
So we're gonna take that idea and keep it in the idea box, where it will never see the light of day again.
Polly gave me her paw. I think we have a truce now.
I think Polly thinks you're a meanie beaner.
No.
That's what she's saying.
Okay, so I think everything in terms of audio is working. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this.
Here's my bold prediction. This session, there will be a charisma saving throw, and I will fucking ace it.
Right.
I'm the only one proficient with the charisma saving throws.
I'm proficient with a couple. Crazy.
Oh god, my mom just woke up.
Everyone's
just as I
proficient with
started.
a
Are you
couple
kidding
saving
me?
throws.
1 second.
But, bruh.
Oh, wait, saving throws. Oh, wait. I also have proficiency in that.
In charisma savings?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Well,
+7.
too bad
Let's
Key
go.
will never give it to us because he's
Yeah,
a meanie.
Bro, when I have wisdom saving throws, it always rolls low. +8. My fucking.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And then when it's like Dex, where I'm +0, it's always like, oh yeah, 15, yeah, 16, yeah, fuck you, bro.
What am I? Advantage made to avoid or end the charm condition.
Yeah. That's because you're an elf.
Yay!
No racial.
But that's a conditional to add to your saving throws, but the ones you're proficient in are marked with red.
Oh, I'm not proficient with anything then. Oh wait, maybe I am. Hold on.
What are you talking about? Everyone's
Huh?
proficient in a saving throw.
I am, but the thing is that they're a different color for me.
Bruh.
You know what I mean? Because I want my fucking character sheet to look pretty, okay?
Your character sheet looks like a bitch.
Yours look like a fucking bitch.
Mine's red. Bitches
No,
ain't
yours-
red. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh.
Wait.
I saw on the beat, huh?
Okay. I have had to go do stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm
wait.
stuff.
shut up. Alright, we're waiting for Lino to... Wait, did Lino say anything? Because I wasn't here.
She said she was going to hang up. And that's the last we heard of her.
Oh. Who knows when we'll see her again, I guess. Oh, there's a picture, Polly. We're gonna give about maybe like... about another like 8 minutes. Wait till it hits 6 o'clock real quick. How's everybody's day going so far? Fair.
Just waiting.
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Tired of your bullshit.
Especially since you were coming back from a flight, right? Right, Zoro?
Yeah.
You forgot his name.
Little jet lagged. The pilot was new. They had to be, because there was no way that there was that much turbulence only when we were gaining altitude and declining in altitude. So that was a little scary, but outside of that, it was just cramped.
Oh man, I cannot wait for me to go on my first flight. Oh, that's gonna be fucked, dude.
Listen, get yourself a thing of Benadryl. Just take them and you're not.
Benadryl?
Pop a
That's
penny
not-
of a penny.
Could try to go to sleep.
Yeah,
on the
or
flight.
take 2 shots of tequila and you're.
Well, the problem is, I don't drink.
Well,
Then that sounds like a you issue.
honestly.
Alrighty. Just going to fix a couple things here for the stream. Don't mind what is happening.
I'm minding it.
Finding my mind is blown. I'm getting blown right now.
Super.
There you go. Just fixing a couple things here. Okay.
I'm getting blown.
So, I hope everybody's having a good day, especially everybody in chat as well, or rewatching this, watching the stream as well. Hope you have
Just
a
the
good
people
day.
in chat.
What the fuck are you on about?
You said, I hope all the people in chat are having a good day. Like you don't care about us.
He said he hopes everyone is
Yeah.
having a good day, especially. So honestly, that makes it worse.
What the hell? Are you
Yeah.
Fucking A, bro.
But Donut, if you see this, I hope you're having a good day as well, brother.
Donut type 1 in chat.
Did he type one? I can't look at the chat right now.
Me neither.
I don't think he's in my chat currently, so.
I
Yeah, I
bet.
don't believe that he's currently in my chat, but that's okay.
Bet.
Just making sure audio issues are stomped out and everybody is doing okay audio wise, making sure that the music is not too loud so that it drowns out you guys' voices.
Me.
McBruh. Alright. I'm gonna also go use the bathroom, so I'll be right
Oh shit! I forgot. Doom: The Dark Ages is gonna be coming out soon.
I know.
13 days.
Crazy.
13 days. I pre-ordered that bitch. I forgot all about that. It's getting updated. I gotta update. Should I just? Yeah, I'm gonna just do that. Mhm.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my DoorDasher came by while I was coming out of the bathroom, so he arrived with my food. But has Lino not returned yet?
Did you shit on him?
No. The fuck are you on about, dude? All right.
Well, like, you know.
The fuck are you on about, dude?
You know. What?
Jesus Christ.
No, hit on me, brother. Got your home great with black ball.
So Lino has not returned yet, has she? Uh-oh. Peachy!
Nope.
Calm down, dude. All right.
I guess
Well.
somebody tag.
Oh, yeah, you probably should. I don't know. Probably should message her. Here, hold on. Here. One back. But that's fine. We can. Oh, hey, no. Okay, so she's going to be arriving soon. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the session. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Eyes of Astra Chapter 2. This time we're on session 34. I pray that my computer does not fucking die, like what happened in session 33. But let's hope it's not get to that. Let's go ahead and get some little introductions out of the way, just in case we got new people that are returning to the stream or watching the stream for the first time. We'll start with Hariki. Hariki, give us a neat little intro to start us off.
I was hoping not to be the first one. I need to find something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We can move on. We'll move to Sailor as a start.
Okay, great. Hello, my name is Sailor. It's been 2 weeks. No, wait, it's been 84 years since we last played a session. And I play as Karuni and Celeste,
Got it. Okay.
who Celeste is the bard and is Ranger Wizard.
Nice. Hariki, are you ready for your little intro?
Yep, I'm ready.
Gotcha.
Hello.
All right, Hariki, you're up.
Yes. Hello, the name's Harry. I play Mammoth Backrolled, Human Cleric, and welcome back to Hot Takes of the Week. This week, the Pokemon trading card game is a gacha game, making most people who play it but hate the genre hypocrites.
Interesting little hot take. I like
You're
it.
not wrong.
Peachy, shh. Calm down, man. Anyway, let's get
Okay,
let's get our
Yaka hot take. I stole the sun.
Not the moon.
But it's a hot take.
we'll go with a
Oh my
little
God,
our
bruh.
little jet lagged Zoro. Go ahead and give us your
Hi.
introduction.
I'm Zoro, and I play the Rash Barbarian Fighter. Was also named Zoro.
I like it. Short, simple, sweet.
That's
Love
how I like.
We'll go on to Lino. Lino, our very
Just fucking let her do
Yep.
it, bro.
go ahead. Give us that intro.
You want a food full of fucking mouth. I mean, a food full of... Whoa.
A food full of mouth.
Listen, I'm also eating as well, okay? Because my food just got here, okay? Forgive me.
I'm Lino. I play Fionn. #1 Backrolled fangirl. That's all I gotta say.
I like the intro. And lastly, Yaka, go ahead and give an introduction to yourself and your character.
See, I'm last for reasons. As you can see, I play the sorcerer Eric with the K, the most powerful mortal in the realm. And I guess we're gonna find a dog today.
Indeed we are. And I, like always, am your very lovely and probably humble dungeon master, Anonymous Cube. And I will be along with everyone here, we will be your entertainment for tonight. So, who wants to give me a recap of what happened last time to get a neat little inspiration or two tallies?
I'll go.
Anyone? If Yaka wants to take the floor, then yeah, go ahead.
So last time on Dragon Ball Z, yep.
Type shit.
Okay.
I'll give it-
What in the fuck?
No, I was just kidding, bruh. I was just kidding. So last time Dragon Ball Z, we got to continue the fight where we left off. And we kicked what's her name's ass?
Luana?
Luana.
Yeah.
We kicked Luana's ass.
Luana.
Bapril took her head as per tradition for all tyrants. And Eric turned into a dragon. Tried to seduce Karuni. Very successful. By the way, his hoard was enormous. Wealth for generations. And
Oh my god, shut up.
and we're on our way to hopefully find Coco and Ravenfall. And man, that place.
The place.
There are
has-
things I can't say on stream about the state of
Yeah.
Ravenfall, but yep, it's
It is not looking good.
It's really not. Also, you forgot the Celestin. Her dad had a little heart to heart.
oh yeah, him again. Oh yeah, and Emily.
Who's the guy?
He made the mimic or something. I don't know.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give yourself an inspiration if you don't have it, or if you want to take 2 tallies, go ahead.
Cha.
All right. So switching the music. While I go ahead and grab the other music, making sure that it's loud enough for you guys to hear. So during this time that you guys are on this boat, journeying across the water to Ravenfall, what is it that you guys want to do here? Any little tidbits of RP? Any bits of, like metagame stuff? What is it you guys want to do here? Because thus far, it's a pretty long, like 7.5-ish weeks. Or not, sorry, weeks, sorry. Fucking hours, sorry. Hours getting there. So any little tidbits you guys want to get out of the way, go ahead.
Why you sound like that, Yak?
Why would it take 7 weeks?
Not weeks, sorry, hours.
I'm like, I'll just walk, bruh. I'll just.
No, bro. I would rather carry all of us over there. It'd be faster, bro.
We spent 10 months on this boat.
You just see like on the wall, there's like markings of like numbers like each day goes by, but it's just the minutes.
Baprol found like a
Oh,
coconut
no.
Also,
that
I
he
like-
just like carved the head into.
I like how it's 7 hours specifically, so we can't get a long rest.
Oh, I
Just
said
off the
7
edge, we get
a long
rest.
hours.
Crazy. 7.5-ish. So you're
even
edging
worse,
us.
bro.
You're edging us is what you're doing.
That's fucked up.
Am I the only one who
Fucked
remembers
up.
Am I the only one who remembers getting a long rest before we entered that boat?
Oh yeah, that is true.
Did we?
Yep.
Yeah,
I
we
want
did.
That
another
is
one.
true. That is true.
Another
Bro.
long
But yeah, no. What if we use a spell, bro? What if we use a spell, bro? We want to go ahead and have
Yeah.
moments to go ahead and pick a
It's like
spell.
I said. What kind of bits of stuff do you guys want to do on this boat? Because it's a pretty boring-ish type of 7.5 hours making.
You don't know that. I think this is the most exhilarating 7 hours on a boat I've ever had.
Well, all right, that's up to you,
Isn't
man.
Eric isn't Eric seasick?
Oh.
That's
Oh.
besides the point.
He's sick and surrounded by the thing that takes away his major damage type.
Water.
Fucked up, bro.
So,
I'm gonna pop and put a tentacle on my ass and I'm gonna be pissed.
anything you guys want to do here?
I mean, I definitely think that Fionn would maybe want to catch up on what happens at Ravenfall. She's never been there. She doesn't know what a Ravenfall is.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what.
For an inspiration, who here in character wants to explain, like TLDR, explain the whole tidbit of Ravenfall
Oh, Bapril, you got that.
Bapril.
Bapril.
Actually, we have-
in
we have-
character?
Alrighty. So, imagine a town. And now imagine on fire. That is the average state of being that Ravenfall is, in my opinion. In the short time that we have spent living in this town, it has been the most exhilarating, and by exhilarating I mean the excruciatingly most painful, hateful. I wouldn't even call it an experience, because an experience means we learn something, but insanity. I'm gonna call it insanity. The town is the definition of insanity. I killed my brother there. You see this thing? And Bavrod holds the skull to the camera. That's my brother. I killed him there. I met my sister there a long time ago. Or the last time I was there. Saw her again for the first time in a long time. Mind controlled there. That was a weird fucking thing. There was also this fucking thing with Eric's the mayor. So, you know, rigging an election is canon in this world, I guess.
So you're saying that they let Eric be in charge of the place that's always on fire?
Letting is implying the fact that they had consent in it.
Is he the one setting the town on fire?
To be fair, I wouldn't put it past him.
Got it. Got it.
Also, a thing I totally forgot, even though it is etched into the back of my mind every single day when I wake up. Back when I was in the army, half that town was destroyed by some fuck-ass furry. If I remember correctly. Don't know. I was hired, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that is pretty much the history of Ravenfall. It is a human hellhole.
That's very interesting. I definitely will ask for you to elaborate on some parts of that later, since it's quite a bit to take in.
Trust me. When we get there, and I think it will be in the state that I think it's gonna be in, there will be a lot less to take in.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Backrell.
Yeah, no problem.
I like that. Baprod, go ahead and give yourself an inspiration for that. Give yourself an inspiration.
I realized on my page I've never unticked that box. Then again, I've never used inspiration, I think, in the last 10 sessions.
Fair. Anyone else want to do some little tidbits here? As you guys are on this boat journeying to Ravenfall. Uh-huh.
I don't like this Emily dude.
Okay.
Can I cast about every detection spell I have?
You're gonna have to be very specific with me what type of detection.
Detect good, detect evil, detect magic. And if I had the scroll for it, I think I'd detect poison.
You know, the best thing I have about this, vomit check.
Vomit check. Okay. So let me double check. So detect good and evil 5. I'm just gonna double check. The duration, you know, if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. Okay. So we'll start with good and evil. We'll start detect evil and good. So as you cast this, Eric, you do notice that there are two particular individuals that catches your attention. One being, well, Mercurio, detecting that he is what is now considered undead. And secondly, Emily, you also notice as well, who seems to be some sort of celestial that you can sense from this individual.
I gotta kill him.
And then detecting, what else? Oh, detect magic. Eric, you do notice that there is but like a very minor hint of divine magic within him. Baprold's by far is like 10 times stronger for sure, but you can tell that there is a very small fragment of divine magic within him that you can detect for sure.
And he's a bitch too.
So, anything else? If you haven't, any other detection?
Taking mental note of this, and I'm going to keep a close eye on Henry Emily from FNAF.
Keep a close eye. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do here? That's it?
That's it for me.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else want to do anything on this boat ride?
If anyone else doesn't, then Zoro's actually gonna go walk up to Emily.
Okay. Yeah. So, a good maybe like 2.5 hours ish into your guys's boat journey. You do see that Emily is sitting over on the deck. He just seems to be writing in a book.
Yeah, Zoro's gonna go ahead, walk up, lightly tap him on the shoulder.
Yeah, you go up to him and you tap him on the shoulder. You see that Emily looks up at you, still wearing his bucket helmet. Looking up at you, he says, "Oh, well, hello. Can I help you?"
Hi, Emily, it was, right?
Oh, yes.
I
And you
had
are?
Oh, yes, I'm Zoro.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't properly introduce myself.
Oh, by all means, don't apologize. You see that he gets up and kind of dusts off his back as he holds his hand out for a handshake. He says, "Pleasure to meet you."
Are you aware of the Grash ways, Emily?
Grash? I'm unfamiliar. Have I offended you in some way? As you see that he
Oh, no. He's gonna go ahead, take his hand, and just shake it.
Oh.
Just wanted to just needed to have an idea if you knew anything about my people.
Well, I have heard of many a demon, but Crash, I am uncertain of. Are you this so-called Grash?
Yes, I am.
Oh, well, it is a pleasure to meet of a new demonic species.
It's nothing too special. Just a little different, but you know, nothing too crazy.
Well,
but I do question that because I couldn't help but notice a small smell.
oh,
A smelly smell.
Maybe it is the waters?
No, a bit more earthy. Think of it as a herb.
Oh, well, I do carry an herb pack with me, yes. You see that he goes over to his bag and like detaches a small pouch from it, and you see that there's like a few herbs that stick out of it. This is my herb patch, or my herb pouch. This is I've been carrying it with me ever since I started my journey. Is there anything in here you're interested in seeing?
May I take a look?
Oh, by all means, sure. You see that he holds the bag out to you. He says, "I'm somewhat of an herbalist myself. Well, a friend of mine showed me herbalism, I believe it's called. And I have been taking notes about herbs as much as I can." You see that he shows you he pulls out like a separate journal inside of his pack and hands it to you. And as you kind of like flip through the pages of it, you can see that it talks about all different kinds of like herbs that seem to like herb and fauna that seem to be around that he's collected. There's about like 8 pages worth of like different herbs that he's found. And he's like written down like some like specific events that have happened when he's consumed them. Some things pertaining to like, you know, some of them have like diary entries based off of what he's tried, and it's kind of like a, you know, like a diary to kind of signify what's happening to him. But besides that, yeah, he hands you the herb bag and his journal. You hand over the journal back to him. He says, I have been trying to keep track of any herbs and anything I can find out here. So if you are interested in some of the herbs I have, by all means.
Q, we already know what I'm going to be looking for now.
Yes. So there is one particular herb that indeed does catch your attention, Zoro. One that is named, well, its common name is what is considered to be called the Shaman's Blessing, is what it's called. An herb of some sort. The demonic tongue is much more elongated in terms of wording, but to put it short, it is called the Shaman's Blessing.
Yeah, see, this, and he's gonna go ahead and pick the herb up and hold it out. My people, we have shamans who use this herb a lot in ways to, I guess, sort of see the future.
Oh, so you are part of a nomadic tribe?
Not necessarily. We have some nomadic parts, in a sense, but we're definitely more, I guess, protectors than nomadic.
Guardians? Wow.
Yeah.
You see that he pulls out his journal again and starts writing in it. He says, "And you are guardians of what exactly?"
Humanity, in a sense. Mostly humans, but honestly, we started protecting so many other different kinds and species of people that we decided might as well help everyone out.
Guardians. You see that he like begins scribbling down into his journals as he kind of like closes it and puts his little feather, he puts his quill away into his pack. He says, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet a guardian of our people."
There's nothing too special about it, honestly. I mean, other people, normal humans, help to protect others as well. There's nothing else really special about me that I'm doing anything different.
Well, on the contrary, I have yet to find a demon who is actually siding with humans. It's peculiar. Do you know any more of your origins? Anything like religious?
Yes, but nothing I want to share just yet.
Oh, well, when you feel the time is right, I will be here to hear it.
I will keep that in mind. However, I would like to ask if I could potentially also use this herb. If you want payment for it, or, even food, I can go ahead and give you whatever it is you offer within a reasonable price.
Oh. You see that he looks at the herb. He says, "Oh, this one. Yes, I remember picking this one up from a similar herbalist pack, but this one came from a demon's pack, which seemed concerning. I wanted to know what effects this had, but if it is something important to your people, then, well, by all means, don't allow me to stop you.
I genuinely and truly appreciate it. And Zoro's gonna go ahead and hand him 150 gold.
You see that he, like, when you hand him the gold, he looks, he says, well, a hefty sum. Well, that's unexpected, but thankful. Thank you.
It's something I appreciate. Just know I will not take this for granted.
Well, as the protector of humanity, I wish nothing more than to be helpful in any way I can. Was there anything else?
Oh, no, that'll be it, man. However, if you ever do come by the kitchen, do let me know. I'll go ahead see if Captain will let me cook up something on the house.
Well, I'll take you up on that offer. Thank you.
All right, will do. And then he's gonna go ahead and hold his hand out again.
You see that Emily shakes her hand as well. He says, well met.
All right. After that, I think that'll be it for now for me.
All right. Sailor, did you want anything for like tidbits of like stuff here on the boat before you guys arrive at Ravenfall?
Not really. I feel like I just got a major thing out of the way from last session, so I'm good.
Okay. So, after 7.5 hours of being on the seas, you see that something seems odd in the distance. You guys see beyond the fog something large that doesn't seem to be there, a wall of some type. As you guys begin to get closer, you guys see that it is a rock wall, and looking up, there is a cliff up above. And not too far from it, you see that there is a dock that seems to be far off on the left. You see that Bill immediately goes over onto the deck. He says, well, alright, men. We're here finally here. So, get everything set up. Go, move! You see that he starts, you see that he pulls out his like scimitar and he starts like waving it around on the deck while the other sailors here on this boat are starting to prep for docking. As you guys actually arrive at the docks by ASTRA, close to Ravenfall. Arriving here. Oh,
Right.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
In which direction is Ravenfall currently?
So here, when you guys arrive to ASTRA, Ravenfall would be to your west.
Okay. I would like to look towards the west and see if I can see smoke clouds.
Looking towards the west, you don't see smoke clouds.
Do I see crystal clouds?
No.
There's an illusion spell going on here.
Clearly.
Something illusory's happening.
We've been gone for too long. There is no way Ravenfall is still standing.
That economy is bound to fail. With or without us. That it's not burning is it's either already completely burned down or it's starting to burn down in 2 minutes.
There's places in hell safer than this place.
We don't have 2 minutes to spare. Let's go.
Getting off the boat, entering ASTRA. You guys notice that, ASTRA looks like to be another village that seems to be in rubble, but seems to be recovering. As you guys see that there are other people that seem to be here as well in ASTRA, humans, and peculiarly, you guys see that there are elves among the humans here in ASTRA. looking over, you guys see that this quaint little like recovering village of Atrua seems to be what looks like a popular fishing spot. Kind of like a fisherman's point, I guess is the best way I can really describe it. Here, you guys see that like at the far end, like the far north of this, you guys see that there's like a trail that leads off from the village. As you guys see that Bill gets off the boat, he says, "Well, finally here on land. So, you see that he looks at you, Celeste. He says, where might ye be off to?"
Well, I guess heading back to Ravenfall.
Aye. That one. Well, I have yet to hear news about Ravenfall, but, well, looking at its history, and if my history serves me well, I'd say it probably doesn't stand good chances.
Didn't hear from them because someone shot the messenger.
Well, I will go ahead and get me crew set up here. If you need another boat, remember where we are. You see that he kind of pats you on the shoulder and kind of pulls you in for kind of like a side hug, Celeste. He says, now, don't forget. We love you, alright?
You too, Dad. Definitely won't forget.
That's my girl. And you see that he kind of like pushes you off to the group. He says, now go! Do whatever adventuring thing you adventurers do. As you guys walk off out of Etrua, you see Bill once again at the dock waving his scimitar to you guys, as you see some of the sailors are telling him to stop as there's, people here around. So, you guys make your way out of Etrua and walking on the beaten path towards another crossroads that there's 2 signs that leads on this or 3 signs actually. So you have 3 signs here. You have a sign that goes towards your left, which takes you to what is called the Citadel. You see that there's another sign pointing north, going to Trio Bar, and then you see it. The sign pointing west, going to Ravenfall. Or Brolia. What is the party's decision?
Oh, Ravenfall. I don't think this. It's a pretty non-decision you're giving us here, Q. Fucking asshole.
The thing is, we have 2 ways of going here. We can go the story path where most characters would go, and it's Ravenfall. And then we have the player decision, which is anywhere but.
Anywhere but.
True. We could do that. Dude, free will? Noted. I love it.
That's why I still bring up the options if you guys want to try it. But hey, if the party decides to go to Ravenfall, we'll go to Ravenfall. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's Ravenfall.
I'm not objecting.
Yeah, no.
Fucking asshole.
It's
Fucking jackass. Fuck you.
So, you guys make your way towards Ravenfall. Walking through the forest, you guys feel the intensity of anger that seems to be welling up, thinking that Ravenfall is just going to be another casualty, like it always will be. But moving through, you guys notice that Ravenfall seems to still be standing, oddly enough. Not destroyed or decayed, but rather upgraded, actually. As you see that the walls are actually much more fortified than you all remember. And oddly enough, the gate seems to be guarded still by guards, but not Kingsguard, which is very weird.
Zoro, I need you to real quick deck me in the head.
Zoro's going to really quickly deck him in the head.
Yeah, you punch Bapril. In Bapril, the punch was enough to literally have you stumble next to a tree. And even in your very dazed state, once your vision kind of comes back, it's still the same. Ravenfall is still standing, as described.
Holy shit, they thrive without us.
All right, Backbone, your turn.
We were the issue the whole time.
It looks like it.
So
We were the problem.
Like, look,
maybe
look
that
at
was
this
the
thing.
solution. We just
Us
needed to
leaving?
leave.
I
Should we
mean,
even go back?
It-
I mean,
they
we
did
should for Coco, but like, should we stay?
I mean, I can burn it down if we want to.
No,
You
so
did say
we don't
that
need
the-
that anymore.
was on fire, and the mayor was General with a K. I mean, not to be that guy, but sometimes, you know, those things are connected, is all.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say.
Ridiculous to say that.
It's not- no.
You see Mercurio looks over and says, well, seems fine. Should we go? Seems you're waiting for us.
I don't trust it.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I mean,
Yeah, this,
from what I remember, it did not look this nice. So...
Backbone, are you sure you're not seeing anything different?
I think you knocked my left eye out.
No.
Not even with the true sight?
Hold on. Wait. I would like to access the true sight. But it's gonna take me like a few seconds because the focus is not there yet, and I see like my skin hairs like.
How'd it go?
detail.
I mean...
I was gonna say, look into my eyes. I'm Sans from Undertale.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, even looking through True Sight, it seems fine. The only difference being that you're looking at is, like, from where you guys are looking, yeah, it seems, like, super nice, but, like, on the sides of it, yeah, it seems to have been battered and bruised. Some parts of the wall are, like, caved in. But there have been patchworks and repairs, and yet, for some reason, there are still elves and humans here that are still fixing the place up somehow.
So, with sight I have current, no racism. They still get attacked, but somehow can defend themselves. So, I don't know whether to say good on them or fucking finally.
Okay, there's only one way to save all these lives. And Eric's gonna put the staff in his mouth.
Hold that thought, Eric.
Damn it.
While I would be the happiest in the group that would happen, but we need you still, for now.
You know, I have an even stronger acclamation to living now that you said that.
You know what? On the other hand, I think you're useless to the team, and I think you should.
You see Mercurio just looks over, he shrugs, he's like, well, if you guys aren't gonna go, I will. You see that Mercurio just starts walking down the path towards Ravenfall.
Zoro's going to really quickly check to see where Coco at.
So, using your bond with Coco, you can feel that, yes, he is here in Ravenfall. You can feel his presence is here somewhere.
Quick question, Q.
Uh-huh.
Can Peruni also feel with Coco?
He did give her that tattoo, the same one that Coco
Right.
gave Zoro.
Pruny, give me an Arcana check. Give me an Arcana check.
That's a 6.
Oh,
With the tattoo you were given to kind of feel out Coco as well, it doesn't seem that the tattoo activates at all.
Oh. Poor Gab. 2.
Favoritism.
By
I
this
mean-
point, Mercurio is like halfway towards the gate.
Mercurio, wait! All right,
It's like a
let's
fucking
go.
kid at Disney World.
What's Disney World?
I don't know.
I don't know why I said that. So, what does the party do here?
I mean, I guess we're going to Disney World.
Let's go to Disney.
Well, all right.
Disney it is.
Going down to Ravenfall, you notice that, yeah, when you guys arrive at the gate, you see that the guards immediately recognize you guys, and you guys see that they signal someone to open the gate. And when you see that the gate begins to open, there is 2 individuals that seem to greet you guys.
Is it my boy?
Yes, you do see Coco, and you do see the hooded individual. Oddly enough, having one arm fully crystalline.
Oh, it's both my boys.
You see that as you guys arrive, you guys see that Ravenfall, yes, has taken a bit of damage. Some of the buildings have been, a little bit dinked, but overall, pretty standing still, actually. Yeah. You see that, humans and elves alike, and oddly enough, even some Grash that you notice as well seem to be around the city helping do repairs and helping each other out. As you guys go through the gate, you guys see that the hooded individual, the person wearing like a hood, takes off their hood. And yes, you recognize him, Zoro. It's Sir Christian, with Coco wearing a collar. As you see that Sir Christian looks over at you guys, he says, "Wow. And all my years living here." You see that he walks over to you, Zoro. He says, "I never thought I'd be glad to see you again, Captain." As you see that he holds up a hand to dap up.
Zoro's holding back tears as he goes ahead and dabs him up again and pulls him in real close before pushing him aside and going straight to Coco.
You see that when you push him aside and go to Coco, you see that Coco just sits down and looks at you, waiting for a command, before you hear Christian say, "Oh, forgive me, Captain. I forgot." You see that he goes over and says, "Well, we managed to survive here, as you can tell. And it was all thanks to your tactics saving us. If it wasn't for you and your harsh training, I don't know where we'd be right now. I had found some way to be able to control Coco. I didn't have a choice, as, well, during one of the attacks, a lot of the soldiers had been wounded, and we needed all able-bodied members we could get, so I took it upon myself to take a couple liberties from the enemy." You see that he holds up his very bulky crystalline arm. He says, "I may have infected myself with a crystalline virus, but with some of the helpful alchemists here, they're able to have a way to help me control it. And now I actually can be able to use some powers with it, oddly enough. And, well, since Coco didn't respond to any of the demands, I had no choice but to put a collar on him, Captain. Forgive me."
No choice?
Well, Coco was adamant.
No choice.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
To put it bluntly,
Because as far as I'm concerned, did you even ask?
well,
I don't even think he'd be able to respond, would he?
forgive me, Captain. It's just, unfortunately,
Get it off him.
of course, Captain. Of course. You see that he snaps his crystalline fingers, and you see that the collar breaks, and you feel your connection to Coco reemerge.
Zoro is just going to just kneel on Coco and just check on him then.
Yeah, I mean, you kneel down next to Coco, and you see that Coco has received like some new like battle scars on him. As you see, as you kind of like look around, but you see none of them seem to be like very heavy scars. Actually, Coco seems to look like he's pretty proud of them scars. Actually, as you kind of like look around and see that some of the parts on him are kind of scarred up. But yeah, and you hear Coco's voice emerge in your head. He says, "Welcome back, Master."
Zoro is just going to go ahead, start petting him. I guess I owe you an apology. I wasn't exactly able to go ahead and make sure you're okay, or if you could be around, and I'm sorry for that. It's been a bit too long since we've seen each other, and you've been around for too long for me to have just forgotten.
You see that Coco just looks at you and says, "Nonsense. I would never forget a battle-hardened friend."
I'm happy to hear that, buddy.
And I
Now,
as well.
real quickly, were you alright with Captain Christian putting a collar on you?
You see that Coco looks over at Christian and then looks back to you. He says, "Yes, I merely followed orders, but following your orders, I was not able to leave the woman's side."
Alright. Alright then. Well, the orders are for you to stick by me from now on.
You see that Coco kind of gives you like a small head nod.
Sir Christian?
You see that he stands at attention. He says, "Yes, Captain."
I'll forgive it this once, as I know that there were desperate times. And you have done a pretty great job holding the line here.
No, sir. It is not I who I should be thanking. I should be thanking you, sir. Your training has taught me to be resourceful. And, well, resourcefulness came up in time.
That was your resourcefulness. I taught you it, and you're the one that put it into use. And did a damn good job at it. Give yourself and the men here some credit.
Very well, sir. Any order, sir?
Just an update, I guess.
Very well. I will keep you updated. You see that he goes over. You see that he goes over and talks to somebody. As you see that they nod and run off, he says, "I will have one of my squires come by with the report, and they will bring the report to you, sir.
Will do.
I just hope that you all," as he looks over at the rest of you guys, says, "I just hope that you all are here to stay again."
We'll see.
Sorry. Karuni, I feel like she's gonna speak up, address Sir Christian. Actually, I have a question for you.
Yes. Karuni, correct.
Yes, that's me. Have you, by any chance, seen a man named William?
Your father?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. However, he went on an expedition not too long ago.
Did he mention where? What he was doing?
Captain Williams said that he would be heading out back home. He said to tell you that, in case you knew. Back where it should have started, apparently.
Back.
Karuni, give me a history check.
Sure. This is gonna be so bad. Okay, not bad. 14?
14. You know that when Sir Christian says back home, back to where it should have started. Remember there was a conversation you had with Mara talking about how near Iron Luna there was a patch of land in the Elven Forest that would have been a great spot for a home. It would have been a home for you, William, and her, undisturbed from any wildlife creatures that may have wandered because of the Elven Forest protection, and still fairly close enough to request help from Iron Luna for protection. And of course, a nice open field for the family to be.
Family.
Family.
No, wait, did Cube's internet go out?
No, I ended there. Yeah.
Oh, it
Yeah.
cut off so weird.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Good.
It did cut off weird. I should. Oh, like, oh.
Yeah. So,
Anyway.
yeah.
Ah, shit. You see, Rudy, she looks annoyed, but also upset, knowing exactly what he meant by it. And then she does a slow turn to Eric.
Eric is kind of looking at her like he doesn't know what he wants her to do.
My dad went back to Aya Luna.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna look back to Sir Christian. Thank you for the information. I think that's all I needed.
Of course, ma'am. You see that he looks back to you, again, Zor. He says, Captain, orders?
Just a full report. You can continue on doing what you were doing.
Very well, sir. And you see that as he leaves, you see that coming around from one of the bends, oddly enough, you recognize them. Zoro. It's the grandma from the village in Redgrave.
Grandma!
You see her kind of like walking around the city as you see that she stops when you say that, and she looks over. She says, "Oh, it's you, dear."
Gonna go ahead, give Grandma a very, very soft hug.
You see that you give her a hug. She says, "Oh, don't worry about me. I am always supposed to be tough." You see that she looks up at you and she says, "My, you have grown to be much bigger than when we met in Redgrave."
Has been a while since we have last spoken. So I guess so. Yes.
Yes, it has. How have you been doing, dear?
Decent.
Well,
Been hectic, but all things considering now, I guess it's a little better now.
well, that's good to hear, dear. As you see that she kind of like pats you on the knee. Well, where's the rest of your friends? I remember you had 4 of them.
Well, we got a bit more now. Well, some of them are not here, but they're back over there. And he's gonna go ahead and point to them. The group.
Oh, there they are. I remember the very hairy one. You see that she points to Baprold. And I remember the one streaked in blood. As she points at Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I believe there was one more. One who can play a flute so beautifully.
Yeah, she's right there.
Oh, you see that she looks over. She says, "Oh, there she is." Well, you see that she looks up at you, Zoro. She says, "Well, I'm afraid I must get back to my duties. It seems like he cannot be at the forge alone these days."
You mind if I come with you then?
Of course, dear. Have your friends along too. Maybe we'll fix up your gear. As she starts walking towards the forge.
No, there's one person that's waiting for their gear.
You
Oh,
guys.
yes, let's go.
For everybody else, is there anything you guys want to do here? Everybody else before you guys follow Zoro, like Eric, Celeste, Karuni, Fion, Baprold. Anything you guys want to, inspect here in Ravenfall?
Loki want to stalk Emily.
Emily?
I think
Forever.
Kurundi's just gonna go actually to her parents' house. And
Okay. Anyone else? Baprold, Celeste, Fion?
Backroad would pretty much just before following Zoro you know the hill in the middle of the town?
The hill. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he'd just like stare at it for like
Yeah,
a little
so
while.
that hill where the Earnshaw Manor used to be has now the building's kind of rebuilt. It looks like the building was of course the building was destroyed, but it looks like it's being rebuilt as something else. Apparently, it seems like they're building up there.
Where the f*** is the bar?
You wander off to go find the bar. We'll go with Karuni for a little bit. So yeah, Karuni, you make your way through the city, still remembering the city streets like the back of your hand. And as you make your way over to your parents' house, you see that it was indeed destroyed, and you see that there are elves and humans kind of like rummaging through the rubble in case anyone's trapped under it. And it sort of, brings memories to the time when Ravenfall was, before the invasion, before the disappearance of the party from the human realm. It only just seemed like yesterday everything seemed so normal, walking through, speaking to your mother and father, walking through the city streets, greeting all of the elven children and others who seem to bypass you. Now it seems gone, almost like in the blink of an eye.
Kuruni, I feel like she's just going to like stare at the rubble for like a good I feel like she'll approach it and see if there's anything like, salvageable.
Okay.
That might be like.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
It's a 13.
13. Going through rummaging through the rubble. You see that as you approach the building, you see that some of the elves stop as you see that they take a look at you, and some of them go up to you as they say, "Oh, Princess Karuni, are you alright?"
Honestly, couldn't be better.
Well, it is a blessing that you are still alive. Where have you been all this time?
I've kind of been all over the place, I'll be honest.
Oh, well, it is good to see you in good spirits. As you see that some of the elves kind of like tear up as you see that they are joyous that you are still alive. You see that one. You see like an elderly, like a more elderly elven woman look over at you. She says, "Well, dear, are you okay? Do you need anything? We can provide it for you."
Oh, well, I was just kind of hoping to find some parents, something very important.
Oh, of course. You see that she kind of like talks to some of the elves, and you see that some of the elves start rummaging through the rubble much faster. But with your own investigation, as you're kind of like looking through the rubble on your own, you do notice as well that there is a ring amongst the rubble that seems to be gleaming back at you. A golden ring with a emerald inlay.
Karuni's just going to gently take it.
Yeah. You pick up this ring, and you remember what this ring is. This was the ring that your father had put on your mother's finger. This was his ring of marriage to Mara. You remember that Mara used to talk about this so much. Talked about it like it was a prized jewel that could never be replaced if lost.
I feel like Karuni, she's going to like reach into her pouch and grab like a piece of twine. And she's just going to essentially like make a necklace and use it as a.
Alright, yeah. So you put some twine through it, tie it up, and you make a necklace. You see that you put it on your neck. You see that some of the elves go over and they say, "Forgive us, princess, but it does not seem we can find anything usable here. Everything seems to have been..." Oh.
Don't worry. I already found one. But I think each and every one of...
You're kind of cutting out, sorry.
Sorry.
You're good.
I already found what I needed, and I just want to say thank you to everyone for helping. It means a lot to me.
Of course, princess. Anytime, of course. You see that the elves around all give you a bow.
She gives like a bow back, and she's probably gonna head off to catch up with others.
Okay. Fion? Anything?
I assume that Fiona would have just honestly followed Bapple because she doesn't know where the fuck she is. She doesn't know like what's going on.
You followed back.
She's like, this like, you guys hype this place up as like the worst place in the world, like, and this is fine, best nicest place we've been. So she's just following Bapple around. Doesn't really know what to do here.
Okay, yeah. So I guess
Pepper would have like a midway realization of like looking back like for 1 second, like, wait, what the fuck?
who's that? You see his field. Yeah, I mean, we'll cut to Baprold and Fionn as well. Then you guys, Fionn, you follow Baprold, and Baprold, you're out here looking for a tavern here, and yeah, you do see a makeshift tavern with a couple people around it. Not exactly a lot, but there's a few. You see that some of the people are actually some of the bar patrons that you recognize. You used to have drinks with back at the other bar, but well, the other tavern that's here is kind of destroyed. But this makeshift one seems to have a good lively amount of people in it. A few of you recognize. You see that some of them look over and they say, "Well, I'll be. Is that the man himself?" You see that one of them gets up, and yeah, you do remember this guy. This guy that is one of the bar patrons, Clarence. Clarence is one of those bar patrons that, yeah, he seemed a little odd, but when it comes to drinking, that man can drink. You see that he looks over and says, "Well, I'll be. You're back in good condition. Where you been?" You see that he kind of like punches your armor on the shoulder. He says, "You've been gone for so long, I thought I wasn't gonna have my drinking buddy again. Where you been?"
Well, we got a bit busy here. Also, tone it down a bit, please. We have a new drinker.
Oh, we got a new one. You see that he looks over at you, Fionn. He says to you, Baprold, as he's looking at Fionn, he's like, "Is that the new one?"
Do you see anyone else?
I like your style. So, what are we gonna give him? We gonna give him the same thing we always do?
Man, strong. Let's start off mild.
Mild? Well, that's all brand for you, Baprold. Anytime we get newcomers, we always start them with the harder stuff. And now you want to start them soft?
Nah, you don't.
Oh, I think I see what's going on here. You see that he kind of gives you like a very sinister smirk. He says, "I think I know what's going on here, Baprold."
Baffer would like to charge up one of his ethereal fists, like it's like slowly moving out of one of his gauntlets.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey now, let's not get hasty. Not in front of the missus, right?
It keeps going.
All right. We'll stop with the jokes. Hey, everybody, stop with the jokes. Shut up. All right, we'll stop with the jokes. So, you want to give him mild, right?
Yep. 2 Drang's Tears for me, please. All hard on the rocks. Also get a Kuruk for me. I need at least 3 beers before I want to burn this place down.
Come on now, we barely just got this place up and running. Now you want to destroy it after you just got back? Come on! What about the rest of us that want to do some drinking, you know?
I would like to look for a bar fight sign.
Yeah, you do see a sign that says no bar fighting.
You got away with it today.
Well, we always had a sign up there for anticipation that we get some people in here that are gonna be rowdy, so... You see that he kind of like pats you on the shoulder. He's like, "All right, we'll get you your drinks. Come on in." You see that he walks back over to the tavern, the makeshift tavern.
Baffer would like to turn to Theo. You sure you want to go in here?
I mean, yeah. Why not? These are your friends, right?
That's a term.
Also, Mr. Baffled, what's a missus? I mean, like, I know, like, the actual definition, but it seemed like he was saying it in a sort of joking manner.
Don't mind it. Drunken
Alright.
asshole.
You guys make your way inside the makeshift tavern, and yeah, like stated, this place, you know, it's kind of like a broken down building. Doesn't seem like it would be a tavern. This looks like something else. Looks more so like a restaurant of some sort, but the place has been mixed up a bit, so it kind of fits as a tavern at this point. You see that like a few of the people around the tables seem to be like very like dirty, hardworking, like elves and humans. As you see that they look over at the door and they see you, they like raise their mugs at you as you go over and kind of sit over at like the bar table area, and you see that one of the only tavern keeper here looks over and says, "Well, it's Baprold in the flesh. Thought I'd never see you again."
I say that to the mirror every day.
Oh, their history and everything that happened in the army. Shit, I can only imagine. You see that he starts pouring the drinks you guys ordered and lays it out in front of you. He says, "So, how's it been?"
How best to describe
Uh,
experiencing limbo?
Limbo? What? Well, I've heard weirder things, so I wouldn't be surprised if you've been there. So, who's this, who's the new one? As he kind of like nods his head in the direction of Fionn.
Want to introduce yourself, or should I?
It's really up to you, Mr. Backroad.
Well, ain't gonna find friends if you ain't the one to talk. Go crazy.
Right. Hi. My name is Fionn. I'm one of Mr. Backroad's acquaintances.
You see that he looks over at you, Baprold. He says, "Whoa, modest as well. Well, nice to meet you." You see that he holds out a hand for a handshake. He says, "The name's Gareth."
It's a pleasure. And she's gonna shake his hand.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you too.
New buddies already. See? New buddies already.
Well, I've yet to see her drinking prowess to call her a buddy, but we'll use her term, acquaintance, to make it a bit easier. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. So, you're gonna have your usual 3 beers and, what? Oh, yeah. Well, the issue is we kind of ran out of peanuts a couple months back, so, well, it's kind of hard to get our hands on it. We've been kind of holding off some waves of demons trying to make their way in here, but, how about some bread? That sound good as an alternative, Baprold?
Bread worse. By the way, quick question.
Yeah.
What happened to this town? How the hell are the guards suddenly competent?
You see that he's like pouring your drinks. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Baprold. I have no clue. I just remembered that guy, one with the big purple pink arm out there." And you see that he pulls out your 3 beers and your bread. As you see that he holds out in front of you with a small like platter, like a small plate of butter next to it. He says, "Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. Something happened with that guy, and I think if I remember in one of the attacks where we lost, what's that face? Starts with like an M or something. Yeah, we lost him. Apparently, that guy out there got himself infected, and well, thought it was the end of us, but no, he somehow made a comeback, and well, here we are."
We're talking about the same guy with the M, right?
Yeah, it's been a while. I forgot his name. What is he? Guy with like a weird scar on his face. I think if I remember, I heard a rumor he's like your apprentice or something, right?
Oh. Well, I'm gonna need something in my system to tell you this.
Well, you got all the drinks in the world here, but I will say, don't go too crazy on the drinks, all right? Some of the hardworking people also need some drinks to cool off, too. We've been getting bombarded by wave after wave of demon. It's been non-stop, but for some reason, it's kind of calmed down, oddly enough.
I mean, it does remind me. I didn't see any, demon camps outside of this place. Been old enough. Well, surprisingly.
Yeah, well, that guy out there has been sending out expeditions to be able to get people to get rid of them in exchange for payment. Keeping the, I guess, economy or something alive here. Whatever economy we could keep alive at least. But hey, you see that he raises up his own like fancy mug. He says, "I'll drink to whatever life we can save out there, and hopefully in here."
We'll see.
You see that he kind of leans up on the bar, kind of like rubbing the mug that he's holding. He says, "So, you see that he looks over at you, Bapple, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna break the ice a little bit here. I know some of the bar patrons have been looking at you, well, you too, a little funky. So you see that he yells out, I'll state this clear for everybody here. I will be the one to ask the question, as it seems like none of you got the balls to do it." You see that he looks over at you, Bapple, and he says, "So what's the deal with you two? Y'all together or something?"
I wouldn't say that.
But I didn't hear a no.
Bab just like turns to Fiona like, buddies? That will be.
I feel at this question, like her face, she's very, very pale and cool toned, so I think like when she blushes, it's a little like more purpley almost, and she's just like embarrassed at the question.
You guys, both you guys hear as you see that Fiona kind of like looks away, embarrassed. You guys hear from some of the bar patrons. Oh. You see that the tavern keeper says, all right, shut it down. We don't want to embarrass him right now. Besides, he only just got back, y'all. Sheesh. You see that he takes a swig out of his mug. He says, well, I didn't hear a no from that, but we'll postpone that question for another time. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only what, today that you guys just got here, so she hasn't even got to experience the whole of what Ravenfall's supposed to be. I know we're not exactly at our peak, miss, but I'll tell you, when we're at our peak, we are at our peak. I'll tell you that much.
Bapple would like to lean into Fiona. That peak has yet to be reached.
Yeah, I thought you told me this place was a hellhole.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, it's like...
It was a hellhole. Well, a couple times back. But ever since Bapple and his buddies started hanging around here, we've been having a bit of an uptick lately. Somehow and some way.
Told me that he and his friends made the problem worse.
Oh, trust me. It was worse. For a little bit. But, like I said, ever since they started hanging around here in Ravenfall more often, they've actually made it better.
It does remind me.
Oh, I just burned myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need a bit of assistance here. So recently I've begun or restarted, you could say, my endeavor with as you know, the last time the noble was in charge here didn't work so well.
Oh, well, let me ask, which one you get?
The thing is, the skull of Luona, I didn't skin that. So now the question stands: if I didn't touch it, it's just like hanging on my belt. How much we speaking deteriorating the meat? Like,
if I had to take a guess, pretty much by this point, it's like the hair is like getting very rough, and the face is very pale, or is it getting kind of like a bit darker now? Yeah, it's getting like a bit dark.
So I just like untie the hair from my belt, just like smack it on the desk. Yeah.
Whoa! Hey, I didn't say you could put some dirty stuff on my bar. Come on now, we gotta keep a bar running around here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I put a you know those like those little things you put under like glasses.
Coaster.
Coaster?
Yeah, coaster. I put a coaster below it.
You see that he looks
Masterful
like...
gambit.
You see that he looks. He's like, well, I'll be the tyrannical brat herself. Never thought I'd see her head in my bar.
let me tell you, the day I entered her service, at least the last time I was in her service, or like those, I don't know, months, few weeks, I don't remember, too long ago, I knew I was gonna spike her one day.
Yeah, man, I remember you used to tell stories about that when you first started entering my bar. Yeah, them stories you talked about that brat were, ooh, made my blood boil. And I wasn't even part of the service. You see that he looks away and takes a quick swig.
Does remind me though, and I would like to put the Skull of Linton on this too. Need a place to store this.
Oh yeah, you still got your brother with you?
Yep.
Figures.
I've been meaning to like figure out what thing. I mean, it's a good warning sign, but not exactly a good warning sign if it's on my ass the entire time. So I've been meaning to like think of what I could do. That's why I've been meaning to look for the bar here. You know how some bars have like trophies of the hunt?
You want to hang that up here in my bar?
If it ain't too much. I mean, I can skin the head if you want.
Oh, no. I like the idea. And you know what? I'd be honored to hang their heads on my bar.
Good. Because also something that I recently realized, due to some people finding their way back to the realm of the living, resurrection has been a bit of an issue. So, best to make sure you.
Yeah, I get you. Well, I'll see if I can try to visit the local carpentry, see if they ain't got a little bit of some plaques that they don't need anymore, and see about hanging them up here in my bar. I don't know. Maybe I'll find a wizard to probably put them in stasis or whatever they call it or whatever. Hopefully to preserve what's there and, you know, doesn't deteriorate over time. Because, well, we want to keep these as mint condition as possible. As you see that he looks over at the two heads on his table. He says, yeah, we want to keep these as mint as possible for you. So every time you come back here in my bar, you're always going to know that you've got some trophies here to look at while you're having a good drink.
Oh yeah. Also, might want to clean the skull a bit. There's still some drawings on that from a different time, let's call it.
You see that he looks over at like the back of the skull, and you see that there's you see that he looks over and he sees like tell me what particular drawing he sees at the back of Linton's skull.
So, pretty much the drawings are like either symbols of like small bloodied skulls like carved into it, and at the back of that there would be like a little message. Just like saying, to those who it concerns, royalty deserves to die.
You see that he looks over and is like, yeah, I like that slogan. Maybe I'll make that a slogan once my bar gets back up and running. I'll probably make that my slogan.
Hey, better hope that you don't get sponsored by a royal one.
If I get sponsored by a royal, he's got to go through you first. Because I ain't trusting no royal if they don't go through you first.
Word.
Because it always you first, then the bar, then the royals. Because money. And you know
Babel's doing like quick head maps with like Karuni included, just like, holy shit, I outrank her for once.
Well, if y'all need anything else in my bar here, I'll gladly provide it to you. Good to see you back, Baprobe.
Pleasure to be back.
Yeah.
By the way, and he goes, and he like turns towards the rest of the people. Do keep your noise levels a bit down. Don't want to hurt the new merchandise. And he would like, he would charge up one of his spectral fists.
You see that the crowd kind of looks at you for a moment and then quickly goes back to looking away very like hurriedly. You see that Gareth looks over and says, "Hey, come on now, you can't be threatening my bar patrons. Who's gonna be paying the coffers once they're gone?"
Hey, they ain't gonna stop here. You're gonna be real.
Oh, you're damn right about that. Say, with your return, you think my boss Zoro is back?
Oh yeah, right. He's currently on the way to the forge, if I remember correctly, with the nice granny.
Oh yeah, the grandma. I remember her. Yeah, I remember when she first appeared here some time ago. Yeah, she helped out a lot. A lot of the broken equipment here from the first few raids that we had, well, she fixed them up like it was nothing. It was like looking at magic. But for like...
That old lady's fucking crazy.
You can say that again. Are you kidding me? We had like, what, crates upon crates of broken gear? All of those done within the next day. How she does it, I don't know, but sheesh. I can just feel my fingers getting tired thinking about that. Whew. As you see that, it takes another swig.
Wise. And I asked my first mug.
Yeah, well, hey, like I said, hopefully we'll be able to get this place to be a bit, better in time, but, you know, I know that you adventurers got your business going, and I know you got some saving the world to do, so, just don't forget who served you, right?
No shit, bro.
Yeah. Alright, well, gotta go back to tending my bar. Oh, hey, and if you see my boss Zoro, let him know I'm looking for him. I want to make sure that he's alright as well.
Name?
Gareth.
Gareth. Correct. Good. I carved that on... Wait. In the middle of carving it, he remembers, wait, I can't keep the skull anymore.
I mean,
Okay,
hey,
there's just
you
G
know,
on this now.
well, at least they'll know that you handed off to somebody with the letter G in their name. I
Yep.
mean, who's got a lot of G's in their name in this city, yeah? Alright.
Huh.
Well, I'll go ahead and take these into the back room. Don't want these heads here out and about, out in public, because, well, that's gonna certainly raise a couple questions. But you see that he puts on some gloves and puts them English, picks them both up. He says, "Well, if y'all need anything else, y'all know where to find me. Always here at my bar." All right, I'm gonna go take these into the back room. See that he opens up another door, leaving you guys here. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Fionn?
Fion's gonna turn to Babril, and she's gonna go like, I don't mean to pry, and I know we're like only kind of, I don't know if we're friends or not, but you've been talking a lot about your brother today. What was he like? Were you guys close?
It's fuck territory you're entering, Fionn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nah. That's the other side talking. Haven't had a thought about him in a while. At least for the past. Wouldn't say we were close. I mean, when the old man picked me up from the streets, goddamn, he hated me. The girl, she was fine. Played with me every now and then. Didn't treat me like a good person though. Him? He beat me every chance he got.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
No reason to apologize. See his skull there? I say justice served.
I suppose.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, just a lot to take in. That's all.
Yeah, you should have been here when I killed that dude. That was a whole bunch of bullshit.
It definitely sounds like a lot of bullshit, and I wish I was there too, but that just would have meant we met earlier, and that's the only reason why I would have wanted to be there.
Wonder what that would have changed.
I don't know if it would change much. Still, you know, I'm on a mission, you're on a mission. Things are complicated.
Worse than that.
Baprold, give me a perception check. Or if you, and Fionn as well. Both of you give me a perception check.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I have to pull up my character sheet.
I will guidance us both because Bab is just like in his natural element here, like in this bar.
You can only guidance one.
Okay, I'm guidancing myself then.
It'll be a minute for me. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
sorry.
God.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I got
It's
an
a-
11.
11.
Fiona's lucky for the case. Okay, chat. Chat, is this real chat?
So we got
What
an
am I rolling?
11. Perception.
Okay, I have a +7 to perception. That's gonna be a 22.
22. Baprold, you notice that the bar seems to be very eerily quiet, and Fionn, turning around, you see that it looks like some of the bar patrons seem to be kind of leaning in on your guys' little conversation.
Your friends are very invested in whatever is happening. Are you really
Well-
that big a celebrity here?
I don't know. But I do know. And how many candles are in that room?
Cans?
Candles.
Oh, candles. In this room, there are about like 6-7 candles around the room on some of the other tables.
Good. Since they're probably in range of 30 feet, I would like to thaumaturgy every candle into red. And I mean bright red. You got seats to attend to, y'all.
You immediately hear shuffling as you turn around and you see that the bar patrons are none of them are looking at your direction at all.
No.
We now cut to I don't know who wants to take the floor next. Before we continue with Zoro.
I think I'm the only one who hasn't gone,
Yeah, if you want to
except
take
for Celeste.
Yeah, Celeste as well. Depends. You guys want to do anything here in Ravenfall?
Taylor?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna do what I was gonna do.
Go ahead. Take the floor, Eric.
I told you.
Oh, you're just gonna be stalking Emily.
Yeah.
With that, you notice that when everybody kind of goes off their own ways, you notice that Emily seems to kind of like take a gander around, and you see that he kind of looks over at some of the people, and you see him chatting with some of like the elves and humans who seem to be around. You do notice as well that Emily seems to like asking directions for somewhere, and as you follow him, you see that he is led to what looks like a tent, and there's a lot of people moving in and out of this tent, and you see that he goes inside.
The whorehouse. Is there any nature of this tent that contradicts the fact that I just said it was a whorehouse?
No, it's not. It's not. If you want to, I mean, looking at it, you notice that there seems to be a lot of nurses that seem to be moving in and out of this tent.
It's a nurse-themed whorehouse. Is there any evidence to the contrary?
It's not a whorehouse by any means, because, yeah, you see blood, and yes, it seems like some of the nurses are helping people.
Okay,
bring them
this
into
could be
the
very
tent.
kinky whorehouse.
Jesus Christ, you and your fucking whorehouse shit.
I'm not dropping this theory. I'm not. He's gonna drop it.
Well, anything you want to do here besides watching the tent from afar?
Fucking stalk him, bruh.
Well, he's
Stalk
in
him.
the tent, so
Yeah,
like,
I'm
if you-
following him in the tent.
Okay.
Going to the whorehouse.
Yeah, I mean, you go into the tent and you see that inside of this tent there are tons of wounded soldiers in here. A lot who have suffered very devastating damages, presumably from the amount of fighting that they have been doing. And you see that Emily is talking to one of the nurses. And you see that he puts down his pack. And you see that when he goes over to one of the soldiers, you see that he like puts his hand on them, on their shoulder, and you can see, you swear you see like this weird bright light happen, and you see that the soldier seems calm, no longer groaning and writhing around in pain, but sleeping. As you see that Emily gets up, and you see that he starts helping out the other nurses tend to some of the other wounded soldiers here.
That was not a healing spell. That had to be calm emotions or sleep. Goody two shits over here.
Any checks or anything you want to make?
Can I make an Arcana to see what he casted?
Yeah, you can make me an Arcana check.
That's casual 37.
37. I will say, yes, you do see that he casted a divine spell of some sort. But oddly enough, the divine spell that he casted doesn't seem like something that you would recognize, at least from your repertoire of
Off a
magics that-
37?
Yeah. I mean, like, to your knowledge of magics, and to be quite frank, you have a vast knowledge of magic, whether it be divine, whether it be like evil magics, regardless of any school of magic. This magic that you see him cast, you can tell it is divine in nature, but the spell is something that you don't recognize. And as you look at this, as you kind of like examine the soldier further, you begin to see that like the soldier's wounds slowly begin to start healing on their own. Unlike how it is with like normal healing spells where the wounds would naturally disappear once the spell is finished casting, it seems like they seem to just be healing on their own when he's away from them. Regardless.
I really don't like this guy.
Is there anything else you want to do here, Eric?
Well, I have something that I want to do, but I don't think I can, so I'd say no.
Okay. And just double checking, Celeste doesn't want to do anything here in the city, right? Just kind of meandering, I guess, with Mercurial.
Well, I mean, maybe she can go see if the baker's okay.
Okay. So yeah, you as you see that everybody wanders off, including Eric. You see that it's both you and Mercurial standing there, and you see Mercurial looks at you and says, "Well, this place still looks pretty good, especially since when I left." Huh.
For the most part. There is actually one place I do want to see. It's the bakery. But you don't have... I mean, you can follow if you want.
Well, I got nothing else to do, and well, I don't think I'd want to be anywhere else besides your side at this point. As well, being with Luana, I just felt weird. And it's weird because it's like I'm forgetting my what happened when I was under Luana's, I guess, command. I guess some of the memories I had with Luana are like disappearing. I don't know why, but well, if you got some place to be, I'll follow.
Alright. Guess we'll just move forward.
Alright.
She's gonna head over to the bakery.
You go over and you see that the bakery still stands, but it's no longer a bakery. As you see that when you go in, you see that it's actually been converted into a like emergency food place where you can be able those who are hungry can be able to get food. And you see that there's a bunch of some of the workers you recognize here are actually people that you hired to work at your bakery. You see that some of them recognize you, and some of them go to you. They say, "Oh, Celeste, you're alive! Oh, it's good to see you." You see that you kind of get into like a group hug with a few of the employees. As you see that they kind of look over at you, they say, "Wow, it's so good to see you again. Sorry we had to convert the place to being what it is now. We didn't exactly have any choice, so."
Oh no, not at all. I think it's actually a wonderful idea. Anyway.
Yeah, we have the tools here, and thankfully after all of the raids, it still seems to be standing somehow, so that counts for something, right?
Of course. Honestly, I'm just glad that everybody here is okay.
We're glad you're okay too. And him as well. As you see that some of them kind of smile and look over at Mercurio, as you see Mercurio's kind of like talking to some of the people here. You see that the employees look at you, they say, "Well, it's good to see that you're back. I'm here to assume that everybody else is back too, right?"
Yeah, thankfully we all came here in one piece, so.
Thankfully. Tal is going to be excited to see this. Speaking of which, where is he? Yeah, Tal's been helping out a lot here ever since the raid started happening. So, and you hear the door open behind you. Says, "Oh, sorry." You see that moving past you is Tal, who seems to be carrying a couple of crates, like 2 crates stacked on each other, moving through. He says, "Sorry, please move. Sorry."
How?
You see that he stops and he looks over at you. He says, You're Celeste, right?"
Yes.
Oh.
It's been a while.
You see that he quickly puts down the crates and kind of gives you a hug. He says, "Oh, it's so good to see you again. Ever since you guys disappeared, everything's been going to well, I guess you can call it hell." You see that he kind of pulls you away. He says, "So, where's Falcarol? Have you guys seen her?"
She's it's a bit
Oh.
Are you busy right now?
Well, I just gotta help bring in some more of the supplies that we're gonna be using for more food that we're making, but besides that, I don't have anything else.
What? Well, I guess we could probably find a more discreet location.
After I put away these boxes, meet me over here behind the place. There's like a small little like alleyway that I usually hang out in, where there's like a couple chairs for me and a couple of the other people here to relax from time to time. So I can meet you there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. You see that he quickly picks up the boxes and starts making his way back into the back room of the bakery. As you see that your employee looks at you and says, "Well, I am assuming you guys are going to be doing a lot of stuff here since you guys are back. And it's good that you guys are back. It seems like everything is turning up for us now." Oh man. And if it wasn't for Christian, I doubt we would have survived at all. But it was him who managed to get us through thick and thin, so praise be.
I'm sure Christian will get his highest regards. Seems to have a...
So, you see that she kind of leans, the employee kind of leans in close to you. She says, "So, how's you and the big guy?" You see that she kind of like nods in the direction of Mercurio, who's also helping out give food to some of the people here.
Oh, it's going well. few bumps in the road, but nothing that's not manageable.
I hope it isn't too bad. But I do notice something's a little off with him. Does he seem a little more pale to you?
Lack of sunshine.
Oh. Well, he does like to do a lot of drinking inside, so I wouldn't put it past him, you know?
Yeah. He's been inside more often than usual.
Well, I hope he's still in good health at least. For your sake, at least.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Oh, well, it seems like we're going to be helping out a lot more people, as it seems like more people are coming in. So, yeah, it seems like I have duties to return to. It's good to see you again, Celeste. You see that the employee gives you a hug before she runs off. As you see, Mercurio finally comes back and says, "Well, seems like you got busy talking to some of the people here."
I did, and I also have to bring news to some.
Alright. Talking about Tal, huh?
Why must it be me?
Well, I mean, I could put it bluntly for him if you like. That's about all I can do, so...
I don't think bluntness would help the situation, honestly.
And that's why I think a gentler approach would work here. You're a bit more of an expert at the gentler approach, so, you know.
Very well. And Celeste's just gonna head over to where Tal will meet her.
Yeah. So after like maybe about like 20-ish minutes, you guys see that Tal arrives in the alleyway. He says, "Oh, hi. Yeah, sorry, I got a bit busier because more people started coming in, but yeah, they said that I can quickly take a bit of a break." So you see that he goes and sits down on one of the chairs in the alleyway. He says, "So, what's the news about Falcarel? Is she okay?"
How much has Falcarel shared herself?
Oh, well, she shared about her family. She shared about her childhood as well, and you know, I guess you could say we kind of had similarities in that. It was during the gala that we went to. Yeah, she was you know, we were outside looking at the stars, and yeah, she was telling me a little bit about her past. She told me something very vague, though, and I could never really understand any of the stuff that she was being vague about. I was hoping that soon she'd be able to tell me properly what she meant by some of the things she said, but, well, I'm hoping she's still with you guys, right?
So it's just gonna look at him very solemn. At this very moment, Falcarel, she isn't with us. Well, at least in our presence. She currently is in a safe location. However, she has been sick. She has been sick for a while. She never really disclosed it with you or to us, at least. I mean, it's understandable she didn't want anybody to worry about. And, from what she's told us, it's not looking good.
Oh. You see that Tao kind of like sits back in his chair a bit, kind of looking off in the distance. He says, "I had a suspicion something was bad. She was always very vague about some things before, and she didn't really... Well, she got a little sensitive about some topics, about some things, so I had assumed something was going on. I just wish she could have told me sooner, you know? I mean, maybe I could have found some way to help her, you know? See that Tao kind of like looks away, kind of disappointed. He says,
I'm sure she would have told you when there was a perfect time, but when it happened, it was just all out of the blue, essentially.
Did she tell you where she's going?
Well, we have an idea where it is. Actually, no, the other person whom she's with, who are helping her at this very moment.
Ushan.
Ushan. Thank you. Thank you, Eric from distance.
I'm always watching.
What the fuck?
Ushan is his name. He's currently helping her.
Well, do you think I can? Do you think I can still see her?
I'm sure you can. I'm sure you definitely can.
I hope so. I never got to properly express how I feel about her. We had talked about it before at the gala, and well, we kissed, but I got too flustered and I didn't get to say. Never mind. You see that he kind of rubs the temple. You see that he kind of rubs the temple on his head. He says, I gotta get back to work. I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. And I should apologize.
Oh no! Don't apologize. It's just, you know, I was hoping to get to hear some words from her herself, but never mind. It's just a distant thought. You see that he kind of walks off. Well, that was I haven't felt tension like that in a while. Sorry, I'm trying to lighten the mood.
No, it's fine. So she's gonna stand. She's like, I think maybe it's best that we probably find Fionn and just let her know about this.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You see that Mercurio gets up. He says, I think I remember seeing them heading off somewhere. But where they're going, I don't know. So, I mean, if you're okay with wandering the place a bit more, we can probably find them.
Or Fiona has been getting a bit close with as of recently.
Oh,
Where's one place that was like together?
Well, I know a place where I would go. I would go find a tavern, but, well, ever since the whole experience with Luana, I don't feel comfortable going around by myself anymore. Sorry, it's just a habit now.
Well, let's both go to the tavern.
Agreed. Maybe we'll find him there. You see that Mercurio walks off with you. We'll cut back, I guess, to Baprold and Fionn, or unless Eric wants to chime in on anything.
Yeah, we
Like
can
those-
cut back to me fucking killing this guy because I don't know what spell he's using.
Yeah, we'll cut back to Barrel and Fion. Around this time, you guys have been in the bar for a while, and you guys, did you guys decide to stick around after a few hours and finish your guys' drinks, or?
I think Bab in this situation would, like, he would have finished his current drink, check if Fiona even touched hers. And due to the, like the vibe of the bar, like, try and leave as soon as possible.
Yeah. That's up to Fion. Has Fion, like, has Fion, like, taken sips of her drink at all during the time you guys were in the bar?
He's a big sipper, so
Oh, she's taking big sips.
Drinking Dr. Pepper with a big sipper.
a sip every like 30 minutes. I feel he's a big sipper.
Big sipper. Yeah,
Big
so
sipper.
I think
Underground
about,
with dirt.
I think after about a good, after about a good few hours, Baprold, you notice that Fiona has actually finished her drink. Yeah, and you see that, you see that Gareth comes back. He says, "Well, B, looks like she managed to finish that. Need another one for the road?"
I'm good.
All right. How about you, Mrs.? Yeah, anything?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Well, you two take care now. If you guys are gonna leave, seems like you kind of made the vibe here a little too intense.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. Baprol's always like to make the vibe intense around here, especially when he goes drinking. But it's always why I always got to put up a sign, as he looks at you, Baprol, he says, to make sure no bar fights happen in my bar. Ain't that right?
The second that sign goes missing, you will rue to stay.
Oh,
Can
no.
Fion's-
Trust me, don't worry. Once that sign disappears, Zoro's going to be here to do some drinking, and you're going to have to be fighting him.
Joke's on you. If you knew Zoro, you knew damn well we're dual teaming here.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I'm afraid of. But my hope is maybe Zoro gets drunk enough that you guys end up fighting each other instead of fighting all my bar patrons. Because last thing I want to do is drag somebody's corpse out of my bar because one of you two gets a little too rowdy and breaks somebody's neck around here. You're not going to talk about what happened last time to Sylvis?
That wizard had it coming.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want to, Baprol, but at the end of the day, I had to clean it up. Alright? So, if you are going to get into a bar fight, only thing I ask, don't kill any of my patrons, please.
You know what? We'll meet in the middle, have pins on them so I know who to go easy on.
I'll see about getting those pins made. Alright. Well, you see that he looks over at you, Fiona. He says, anything else for you today, lady?
No, thank you.
Well, alright. If you guys are gonna leave, don't forget, next time you come back here, Baprol, those plaques are gonna be on my wall. And hopefully you'll be able to get a better drink by then.
Oh, I'll most likely have another thing to add to those books.
And I don't doubt it. Alright. Well, seems like you two need to scurry off now. My bar's getting a little too intense, and, well, I can't serve drink to tense customers.
Before Baprol leaves, he just, like, he gestures Fiona to leave first. Close the door. A single one of you
Sorry, you're cutting
is
out.
on a
Baprol.
list.
Could you repeat?
Cutting bad world, you need to repeat
Yeah,
all of
fuck.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Bab would, like, gesture Fiona to go out first. Then say, like, oh wait, I forgot something, hold on. Close the door. Turn around. Every single one of you is on a list.
You hear Gareth from the other way. Yeah, come on now. Don't be threatening my customers anymore, else they're not gonna come back.
You know damn well they're gonna come back. This is the only fucking bar we have.
Nah, you know there's gonna be more bars that are gonna be popping up once this place starts getting back into shape.
Oh, not for long if they don't have times like this.
I'll make sure to let them know then.
So you do. It doesn't matter. I close the door behind me as I leave. This guy wants Tish. He's not trustworthy.
As you guys walk out, you guys see that Celeste and Mercurio are walking past. You guys see Mercurio. Mercurio looks over at you, Celeste, like, hey, there they are.
Hello.
I brought Fiona.
Hello. Is everything alright?
Well, you want me to do it, or you gonna do it, or should I?
I think I should. You were our dear friend, girl.
Of course. Yes. Well, your dear friend, not my dear friend.
Finally, someone proved her once.
Fair enough. We met with her kind of boyfriend.
Oh,
Whom I had to break the news to that she may be dying.
Listen, if
Oh.
it gets a bit awkward, I can explain it. I'll make sure to kind of make it not
No.
blunt.
I understand what Miss Celeste is saying.
All
Was
right.
he all... How did he take it?
He seemed more so upset that she never really told him what was wrong with her. But he wants to essentially see if he's able to see her.
Of course. I guess I can try and take him there as soon as possible.
That would be great. So at least he gets some closure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go meet up with him and we'll leave at daybreak.
As you guys are talking, you see that Mercurio kind of leans over near you, Vaporld, as he's kind of like has his hand crossed and standing next to you. He kind of leans over to you. He says, "Well, look at that. Seems like they're managing to get along after all, right?"
Yeah, it's surprising. By the way, quick question. You seen Zoro around?
Yeah, Zoro went to go with the old lady. Yeah, Zoro told us to go meet him over by the forge when we're ready. So, you know.
Oh, he's still there.
Yeah. By the way, I had a question for you, Vaporld.
Shoot.
You and Fiona thing?
Oh my fucking god, I'm sorry.
No one in this
so-
fucking place is giving it a goddamn break.
No,
Vaporld is
I didn't say
at this
anything
moment
either.
just like he was staring into the distance.
Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here. I'm just asking because, well, you know, Celeste kind of pointed out that you guys were, you know, kind of close when we were on the ship. So, you know, just kind
Hey,
of bring up the question.
Carry on.
Yeah.
You know the fact that you fucking her?
Well, yeah. Is that weird?
You know how I don't bring it up once?
It's different, all right? Come on now. But I see what you mean. Fair enough.
Point made.
Yeah. By the way, how are the drinks here, by the way? As you see that Mercurio kind of points at the bar.
Like, could be better. I'm gonna be honest, but hey, if it's a rundown one. They don't have full-fledged stuff yet. Once they find their like identity, I think they're gonna be better.
Yeah, I hope so. I've been kind of itching for a drink, but I don't know. Being the whole villain thing that you guys were telling me about, it doesn't seem right, you know? Like, I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, it happens with amnesia, denial.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I got both of them, honestly.
Hmm.
Well, Here's to hoping that I don't kill any more innocent people, right? I hope not. Ugh.
You never know. Bar fights exist.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when I get drunk, I don't exactly punch people, do I?
Bapro's like starting like a hysterical fucking laughter,
Oh, come on now.
and he'll just start walking away.
Come on now, you can at least answer the question. Nah, whatever. During your guys' conversation, Celeste and Fiona, you guys see that Bapril and Mercurio approach. It's like, well, you guys got everything sorted out?
I'll be meeting with what was his name? Cal? Be meeting with him first thing in the morning, and I'll be headed back home.
Yeah. Well. Well then. Hopefully we'll be able to see this, I guess, home of yours, I guess. I mean, you talked about it a lot.
Well, yeah, but I figured that you guys would just stay here. You spent so long trying to get here, and this is your home.
Yeah.
I don't want to take...
Well, I mean, depending. We came here to pick up Coco, if I remember. But besides that, I don't know about everybody else. I mean, depending, maybe we might have to fend off some demons here or whatnot, but you know, I don't think it'll be too bad, would it?
Yeah, that does seem to be the mission.
Yeah, they've been managing pretty well.
Really enough.
Say, you guys get like a weird feeling about that guy? What's his name? Emily?
Not about him, about that other one. The one with the arm.
Oh, him?
Christian.
Yeah, Christian. Yeah, he was one of the first people that was recruited by Zorro. Because, well, I don't know, has Bapril told you about everything pertaining to the previous owner of Ravenfall?
Bits and pieces, but it's just odd. The crystals are, being used by the demons, and it's coincidental that the acting head of the town, while we were away, has this crystalline infection, and there's been no demon attacks.
Well, can't say there hasn't been any demon attacks. I mean,
There's been very few, and from what the barkeep said, he's been sending people into them to go destroy the camps.
well, that seems like a typical tactic for war, right, Bapril? Seems like a normal thing.
It would just seem
Makes
that
sense.
if we didn't know what we knew about the crystals, and that they were made by the demons.
Well, I'm assuming Christian probably knew that, but I mean, like, hey, desperate times calls for desperate measures, right?
Yes,
Correct, but
are there not other people in charge who are also on the side of demons?
Well, there were a couple other people I remember here that were backup plans in case Christian was gone or probably dead. I remember one of the people here is supposed to be Mark. I haven't exactly seen him around town lately, so maybe he's somewhere in the barracks. Maybe, who knows? Usually he liked to hang around the barracks and kind of, stay around, sharpen his weapon, hang out with some of the recruits, and train them and whatnot. But he was supposed to be second after Christian if Christian died or went missing. So I don't know. You think he might still be there, Baprold?
I want you to keep that name in the back of your head for me. Once we are done with Zorro, I'm gonna check if that dude's still there.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll help you out with that as well. Last thing we want is some weird shit happening here without our knowledge, and we just got back. So, well.
Yeah, destruction.
Well. Anyway, should we? Wait, actually, have any of you guys seen Eric? I mean, Celeste and I saw Eric walk off with Emily, but it didn't seem like he wanted to talk to him. So, any of y'all seen him?
Knowing him,
I don't really.
he's probably just stalking people.
He always does that whenever he has a feeling about somebody.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, wasn't he doing that with Karuni when we first met? When we first met her as well? I think I remember he was doing a little bit of that before, right?
Maybe he's in love with Emily.
Him?
Tell me, Eric of all people cheats?
Yeah, I don't think he would cheat on Karuni like that, would he? And coincidentally enough, walking back, you see that Karuni turns the corner, says, "Oh, hey! Speaking of the devil, there she is."
He's not a
Oh
devil.
god.
Oh,
Well,
Karina looks to them and she's like, what are y'all talking about?
we're
well,
talking about with the K might be in love with Emily.
I don't think that.
Who's Emily again?
The guy with
Hi.
the weird bucket head thing, you know, the guy that came with us.
Oh. I didn't know Eric swung that way too.
Well,
Huh.
I don't know. I mean, you're the one that spends a lot of time with them, so I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Is-
no, I to be honest, I've only seen Eric really, I guess, only focusing on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he'd be the kind to really cheat on Karuni like
but-
that.
Same way as he did when he met Karun.
Well,
Or maybe he.
Leon.
Oh, no. Wait, is he stalking somebody again?
yeah, Emily.
Oh, no, when we met, he essentially, he kind of, I guess he researched me. That's different.
That's
Yeah.
creepy, Princess Karuni. That's not something that someone should do. Especially if
Leon,
you're.
this is territory you shouldn't cross. Trust me.
Yeah, it's best to kind of leave it at that, feeling, because Eric catches you saying something like that. Ooh, there's hell to pay. That's for sure.
Yeah, the last person, and if I remember correctly, the last person tried to convince Karuni of this is no longer with us.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what happened to her, by the way?
Deleted, I guess.
Really? I mean, she was
I don't-
always reliable. What happened? Like, did she really?
I don't know. The gods are weird like that.
Huh. Well,
Oh, just the other one.
yeah. What was her name?
What's her name?
I
think Stupid red hair, though. Who would have red hair?
Well,
Dave Cream.
I don't know, but I mean, like, hey, I don't know. If she's gone, she probably, I don't know, went off to.
Sorry.
I mean, if the gods deleted her, there's no to remember her.
Well, the gods move in mysterious ways. So do deities as well. It's kind of weird, you know. I heard a rumor once about how
It's the
like
same fucking thing, you dipshit.
I think if I remember as well, I remember hearing a story before back in the back during our service. I remember hearing a story about how some deity made a deal with a guy, and I don't know, he slept with them or something like that. I don't know. Is that true?
Oh,
do,
yeah.
Do deities do that?
Oh yeah, the good old tale of providing a firstborn without having children. That's the old.
Yeah, they used to talk about it a lot, but I don't know. Seems a little weird to me. Well, anyway, we gonna go find Eric.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
breaking reality a bit too much here.
Yeah, last thing we want to do is, well, Eric does something here, and well, we probably will have to pay the price for it. So
Yeah, let's hope that he's not doing some fuck ass shit. Meanwhile,
I'm doing some fuck ass shit.
Eric, this entire time you're here watching Emily, you see that Emily is, you know, helping out all these other individuals as well. You do notice something odd though. Anytime that he uses that divine magic that, like, I guess slowly starts regenerating the person's wounds, you you notice that like their divine magic seems to like spark up much higher during those moments when they are, you know, casting this divine magic. But then once the magic is done, it goes back down to being very small, almost like nothing. Is there anything you do here besides stalking him, or that's it?
I mean, what I'm gathering is that he channels magic through him, but the power is clearly not his own. I think he's a celestial warlock.
It's up to you.
Am I right, Dia?
It's up to
Am I
you
right?
to decide what you
Am I right?
think about
Am I
it.
right, Dia? I'm right.
I can't
Am I
say
right?
anything about
I'm
this
right,
guy.
I'm
It's
right.
up for you to decide.
I'm right. I'm right. I got 37 on this fucking Arcana check, dude.
I mean, like, you can sense that he uses divine magic, but that's it. I don't know what else do you
done
want?
that without a roll.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know why you made another roll. You didn't tell me the prerequisites, so I don't know what answer to give you.
You know what? I'll get this fucking answer one way or another. Even if it means I have to put my finger in your butt.
What the fuck? A few hours pass by. You see that Emily has like helped out some of these people, and you see that.
Hours?
Yeah, pretty much.
Was everyone doing their thing for hours?
Everyone was doing their own individual thing, pretty much by then.
For hours?
I don't think it would be too far-fetched to say that, would it?
You're telling me Mercurio and Celeste walked into that bakery for hours?
I did say that Fionn was taking like a sip of her drink every 30 minutes. So
30? You said 3.
No,
No, I-
30.
Yeah, she did say 30.
You see that Emily has helped out a lot here, and you see that a lot of the nurses seem to be very thankful for him. And you see that as Emily kind of like gathers up his stuff, like his pack and everything, and makes his way out, he spots you. He says, "Oh, you are from the ship. Eric, I presume, right?"
The one and only.
Yes. I've heard things about you and your title as general.
You would have heard correctly.
Well, I will find it coincidental you're here. Are you also here to help out some of the soldiers here who are also wounded?
Something along those lines.
Well, very well. It's a good thing to be charitable to the people, especially helping out whenever you can. Now, I'll be on my way. As you see that he makes his way out of the tent.
I'm sending this guy to hell.
He's getting so suspicious.
Alright. Well, guess I'll go find the group. If this guy's apparently not suspicious at all.
Alright, well, I mean, yeah, you walk
I
out.
think you're trying to tell me very clearly that there's nothing going on, and I shouldn't be surprised whenever he eventually does turn on us.
Yeah, you see, you get out the tent, you see Emily is walking down towards, back into the, like, city square. And you see, passing him, you guys, as for the rest of the party here, Celeste, Kuruni, Mercurio, Fionn, and Baprold, you guys kind of went searching around the city for a bit, looking around at some of the sites, making sure, some places are still standing. Some of them are still standing. Even Eric's library, which also houses, well, your guys' living quarters, is also still there. Albeit, unfortunately, the balcony that Zoro had for all of his stuff is unfortunately gone, but it seems like they're trying to fix it. After a good amount of wandering, you guys see that Emily seems to be coming down from like a hill where there's Eric standing there in front of a tent. As you see, Emily looks at you guys. He says, "Oh, well, there you all are. It's good to see you all again."
Damn, we all just died, didn't we?
I guess
Hello.
so.
What's up, dude?
Yes. Well, I have just been tending to the wounded here. Where have you been?
I've been drinking.
Excuse me.
A good drink would be
Um,
good every now and then.
What?
So, what have you been doing? Well, I've just said tending to the wounded, but, well, you see that he looks over and you guys see Eric's like, well, Eric was also with me as well, also helping me tend to the wounded here. Albeit...
Eric's still at the top of the hill, his shadows casting over.
Yeah, he's just like, he looks over, he's like, I still wonder why he seems to be staring at us like that. Does he do that often?
Nah, not really. Crudy's just gonna give him a wave.
Well, seems a little ominous, but if you say that it's not a problem, then I won't find it a problem either. So, are we, where are we to on this, adventure?
Eric's down the hill at this point, and he interrupts and says, "We are not going anywhere.
Very well.
I believe you have a job here tending to the wounded as you were.
How'd you
Well-
get down here so fast?
I'm really good at what I do.
Why were you up there?
I'm really good at what I do."
You know what I imagine? I imagine Eric at like the top of the hill. He like, you know how like sometimes when you run down a hill, you have to like run super awkwardly. I can just imagine Eric doing that while you guys are talking with Emily. Making that
It's like the Michael Myers of the eyes of Astra.
like what exactly making that exact noise as well as he's running down the hill.
I just thought of that one scene in SpongeBob where he's like, wanna see me run back to that mountain? Wanna see me do it again?
Wanna see me do it again.
Wait, I found the gift.
It's like Dio when he's fucking with Polner up on the stairs. I would totally use the world just to fuck with people. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm sure Eric would too, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah. So yeah.
The power of my enemies stare.
Emily just looks at you and says, "Well, I seem to have expended a bit of energy today tending to the wounded, so I must get some rest."
And yet you offered to adventure with us.
Well, yes.
If you were so tired, why would you volunteer?
Well, is it not normal? I've heard from a couple of the people here you are all considered the... what is it? Ragtag adventurers?
I fucking hate that name.
Well, it seems like that's the name that
Yeah.
apparently you all have been given. So, well...
I mean, it
then-
also is kind of our fault that we haven't changed it, so.
I gave you the
Yeah, you know
perfect
what?
name.
Don't let me in,
Yeah.
by the way. I'm just
That's a
temporary.
terrible name. We're not using that.
It's Eric and the Withicays. That's great.
I'll kill myself if that's our name.
Yeah,
And we're definitely Eric and the
would
Withicays.
I don't think we're gonna roll with that, Eric. I'm sorry.
General with a K, no offense, but
Did
that's
you just tell me what to do, Mercurio?
the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Remember, Eric? The
I
mortal.
think he did, yes.
Well, if we're all done here squabbling about the name and about Emily's situation, Zoro said to go meet him by the forge, so are we gonna go or are we gonna still be here squabbling?
You know what? Let's squabble while we move.
Yeah, good idea. Alright, well, I'll go first. You see that Mercurio starts walking off now. Are we going to follow him?
Yeah, I think that's.
We are.
Yeah.
I don't believe you have any business with us.
Well, certainly. I am employed to you all. I merely ask for your services
Yeah.
to keep me protected, of course, to wander.
And here you are, in the most fortified city in the world.
Don't you worry. The last time there was money involved with me and a woman named Emily, she was very sad.
Well, On the contrary, I'm not a woman. The name might be deceiving, yes, but...
It was just a joke about the name.
Oh. Well, sorry. I couldn't read between the lines. Well, if you all
This
don't...
motherfucker Emily does not fucking stop following us.
Well, if it's bothersome to you, I could find the nearest inn and stay in for the night.
Yeah, it's probably best. You can easily get yourself acquainted here with people. Wait, you already know the people here.
Well, a few of the people. More precise, the wounded soldiers here. They talked about of your great services. You, Mercurio, and you, Eric.
Well, no time like the present to get to know new people.
Well, that is what I had started my adventure for. So, I will take my leave then. I will go find the nearest inn. Thank you. You see that Emily kind of gives a small bow, and he walks off.
An attention-seeking little whore.
I'm gonna fucking skin him alive.
You're not gonna go
Let's
stalk
be
him,
off.
aren't you? You're not gonna stalk him, right?
Who's asking?
Celeste, sorry.
No promises.
Alright.
Well, Mercurio's gone. Way to the forge. You guys are
Oh my
standing
god,
here.
we need to get a fucking...
Why does Mercurio keep fucking leaving without us? He's actually just being a dickhead at this point.
You guys are standing here.
Whatever, Eric's gonna flash step. He's gonna be there.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think...
I don't care if I'm late.
Yeah, they're just... Yep, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna...
Dude, what the fuck is up with my neighbors? They're like banging shit upstairs. We're like, what the fuck?
They're banging
they
upstairs.
They're banging upstairs.
Honestly, would not be surprised with the fucking sounds I'm hearing in my ceiling, bro. I would not be surprised. But anyway,
Yes, Marfa, you need to get more power into it.
anyway.
Who got that cookie?
Moving through, you guys make your way over to the forge, and you guys see Zoro's there at the forge. We'll cut back to Zoro a bit before like the few hours later you guys arrive to the forge. Zoro, you follow suit. You follow suit with the granny, and you see that she takes you over to the forge that is still left over. And you see, working there, is Aragon, hard at work, repairing some of the broken gear. There seems to be like crates upon crates of broken gear here. As you see that the grandma points and she says, "And there he is, my disciple." You see that Aragon is, super focused on working the forge right now. That he isn't paying attention to you guys walking up.
Well, in all honesty, I was fearing the worst when I saw that the horn wasn't working.
Oh,
Wait.
so he gave you the horn as well to go see him at his home.
Yeah.
A great gift he received before, but his home is no longer. His home is here now. You see, as that Aragon, like when he finishes quenching like a very hot blade, you see that he kind of puts it down to the side and takes off his goggle. He says, "Whew, it's been a while, that one. Ooh, that one took a little too long to fix, and oh." You see that he looks over at you. He's like, "Well, old Bay, you're still alive." You see that he kind of like walks over to you and kind of like punches you in the, cause there's like a light punch on your knee. He says, "You're back again. Who'd have thought you'd still be alive, eh?"
Well, you had no faith in me.
Well, I had faith in the gear and faith in you. Everybody else that didn't have my gear, well, can't say. Speaking of which, where's the other one with you? She's still mad at me, ain't she?
Don't think she can be mad even if she wanted to.
Really? Has she forgiven me?
Yeah. I guess you could say that. I mean, it doesn't really have a choice anymore.
Well, the next time you see her, give her my thanks. And my apologies as well for doing what I did. But enough of that. You picked up a couple new bits of gear, I see. You see that he kind of like taps on some of the blades that you have on your purse. He's like, yeah, these are some new ones, I see. Well, oh yeah, and the horn there. You see that he sees the horn on your like belt. He says, well, yeah, see, issue is, I'm assuming when you guys disappeared, you've kind of angered somebody, and when you've done that, my home kind of got
You
raided.
gotta finish, brother.
Yeah, you know the rest.
Is the wife and children alright?
Oh yeah, they're fine. They're just in there. Wife kind of suffered a little bit of an injury to her leg when we were trying to escape, but overall she's all right. And little Gerdwin is in there, still probably sleeping with his mum. Doesn't leave her side nowadays.
Great to hear that. I'm sorry about the way things ended. Sorry from last time.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's just, I'll admit, I overstepped my boundaries a little bit, but I was trying to prove a point that, something happened, without reason, and, well, at the end of the day, so long as you're alive and everybody you find comfort with is alive, I gotta worry about nothing else these days.
Yeah, no, I would say the same. Nothing to worry about no more.
Good to hear. And I see that the pup is with you as well. You see that he kind of like pets Coco a little bit. Yeah, I remember this one was fighting on the front lines with Christian in them. Yeah, he was fighting on the front lines. Whew. Fearsome, this one.
I've heard. Seems pretty proud of these scars that he's attained.
Oh yeah. I remember he wanted to make sure that the scars stay permanent because, well, for hellhounds, any injuries they sustain from certain weapons, they kind of just heal on their own and don't leave a scar. So sometimes he's had to come to me to ask to kind of keep some of the scars there. So unfortunately, from time to time, he wants me to, well, you see that he kind of points over at like one of the hot blades. He says, yeah, from time to time, his skin still heals, but he wants to have those scars still. So, I mean, if he wants them, I can't deny it. So.
Yeah, guess not. Guess not.
Yeah. Hellhounds like this one seem to be very proud of their masters, right? As you see that he kind of pets Coco again, and Coco kind of gives like a nod. He says, yeah, there you go. So, that brings you to my lovely well, sorry, can't say mine anymore. Our lovely forge, as he shows off the grandma as well. What brings you in today?
Well, it's been a minute, I guess. It's been a while. I was not expecting Ravenfall to be in such a good stable, considering just how many people are here. I'm honestly not too surprised anymore.
Yeah, surprising that we were still alive. I remember when I first made it out, the first person that found me was, well, Coco. When he was on, his collar thing, He found me out in the forest unconscious, and, well, I still managed to get back and get my family. We managed to find them not too far from where I, came out to the portal, so, it's fine.
That is great to hear.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably, well, me and the missus and little Gerdwin would probably be dead in a ditch somewhere. So, I give my thanks to him.
And it's good then.
Yeah, all's good. Oh, right. I remember to take something before I left. You see that he goes over to the back of his forge. He says, "Yeah, I remember your friend. What was his name? The one in red. He handed me blueprints for something and wanted me to make something out of it."
That he did?
Yeah. You see that he pulls out a staff. As you see that he looks over and says, "Here, take it." As he kind of tosses it to you, he says, "Make sure to give it to him. I wasn't able to give it to him before because, well, he never stopped by, so..."
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, well, tell him I've, unfortunately lost the blueprint, but, I managed to make his, whatever it is he wants me to make, so hopefully it'll be good in his hands.
I'm sure it will be. He usually has a plan for these things.
Yeah, you could say that again. Well, anyway, if you need any more gear, I've got some gear here in my shop. A couple things here and there. Haven't really gotten used to working. Yeah.
I do have something. He's gonna go ahead and show Aragon the blueprint of the shield that he found in the Fallen little library.
You see that he looked, he says, "Well, I haven't seen this before. It's a shield of some kind, but, wow, it's super intricate. Where did you find this?"
You ever heard of the Ashen Plane?
"No. Is that supposed to be a very famous place?"
Nah, quite the opposite, honestly.
Huh. I've never heard of this, Ashen Plane, but, if they got shields like this, whew. I mean, the shields from what I'm looking at on the blueprint is super large. Something that doesn't seem like you could normally use. Even, well, for your height as well. It seems like the shield would be, what, maybe much taller than you. Who uses these kinds of things?
Ever heard of a demon race called the Fallen?
The Fallen? Hold on one sec. Make a roll real quick. You see that Aragon kind of looks over, he's like, "Yeah, I do believe I've heard something about them. Something about how they're like, what, forearms or something? I've never seen one in real life, but, I've heard they're very, large creatures. Much bigger than apparently Grash from what I've heard, but I don't know. That's up to interpretation. I haven't seen one, so I can't really say."
They are pretty hefty, I won't lie.
You've seen one?
Well, I've seen a couple. Most of them are tall.
Huh.
There is one that's a little on the short side, though. Even for, like, a human race is pretty short.
Well, that's, odd. Huh. Well,
It's a little bit.
yeah, well, you see that he kind of rolls up the blueprint. He says, "Well, unfortunately, the materials it's asking for is something I don't really have. If I had my other forge, I would have had the materials on hand, but unfortunately, with my forge being gone and all of my assets, I guess, I don't exactly have a lot to work with nowadays. I just work with whatever steel I can find here and put my expertise to work."
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm
Then,
sure. Yeah.
let me go ahead and send some blueprints your way on something else then.
All right.
I'll send it to you later, Cube.
All right. You see that Aragon looks over and says, "Well, you see that Granny's already showed you the forge, so, yeah. Forge is here if you want to use it, because I think I remember you wanted to use the forge before, right?"
Oh yes, I'm still trying to learn more on runes and such.
Ah, right. Runes. Yeah. Oh, runes. That's right. You see that he goes over and goes to his bag of like little pouch of holding, and he pulls out a book. He says, "Yeah, I think you might find this one interesting. I took this one from my my little stash of like things I learned before, but forgot how to use runes and everything like that. So maybe you'll find a use for it. It is a book pertaining to the different technique and creations of runes.
You'll go ahead and you'll take it. I appreciate it a lot. All
Yeah.
things considering, I wasn't expecting you to still be looking out.
Well, always gotta look out for my people as much as I can, right? I try to look out whenever I can.
Well, I'll be sure to look out for some more new materials for you to use. Actually, he's gonna go ahead and also pull out the actually no. I'm gonna save that. He's gonna go ahead and keep it to himself actually. It's nothing.
Well, alright. Well, like I said, if you need any more gear or anything for you, then you know, stop by here. I'm sure that Valerica would be nice to would be ecstatic to see you again, and probably a little good one now.
I would love to see the little girl one.
Yeah.
I was sad that I couldn't be around to see to be there when he was born.
Well, at least you get to be there when he gets to grow up. He's actually running around the house now. He's running around the house very squirrely, he is.
That's good. A lot of energy for someone so young is always a good sign.
Yep. And hopefully, when he gets to a old enough age, I can be able to start teaching him how to work the forge.
Maybe. He'll maybe even be just as good, if not better than you.
Well, we'll see. Doubt it could be better than Aragon. But, you know, a boy can dream. And I'm sure that boy
Guess so.
I can tell you for sure that that boy is probably dreaming a lot of good things right now. Well, anyway, it's not exactly a good time to go see them because, well, Gerdwin's been sticking around with Valerica for a while. He's making sure that his mom is still okay, so, you know.
Alright. I have to go take care of a couple things anyway, but I'll be back just to visit, see how things are.
Yeah, no sweat. Take your time.
Alrighty. I think that's it for now then. If that's the case, he's gonna probably just head on back to his office and then see if the report is ready.
Alright. As you are making your way back, you kind of hear a lot of footsteps as you see down the way is the rest of the group. Apparently, they seem to be arguing about something, but it's kind of hard to tell.
What's going on?
I mean, it's like I've been telling you, Baprold. He seems to be very weird, that, you know, Emily guy, but I don't think he's gonna be that bad of a person, is he?
Of our track record of people who have joined this group and then just for like one quest, the chance of him not being fuck-ass dude who messes with us is at least 5% at most. I mean,
Well, Eric said that he was casting some weird divine magic that he couldn't recognize. Do you think you would know?
I didn't say that. You fucking lying bitch.
Oh. You didn't say shit. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I didn't say shit. That doesn't. I'm gonna kill you.
We'll push that back then. You see that Bapple just. You see that Mercury looks at you, Bapple. He's like, well, I mean, like, yeah, we kind of had a bad track record, but I mean, like, you know, I don't think it's gonna be all that bad. Come on, just a little bit of an over-exaggeration, I think. But hey, I understand the caution. Don't worry, I understand the caution.
bro, every single time then we've said that it's not going to be that bad, it got worse.
What about you, Karuni?
We fought.
You got any issues with that guy?
Well, if he starts something, make sure to put an arrow straight to his.
Well,
Yeah. Also another problem we have is this group is full. We're reaching numbers that shouldn't be reached.
That is true.
yeah. Oh, hey.
There'll be room opening up soon, so I wouldn't stress about that too much.
Well,
You're
Why is
leaving,
that?
son?
yeah. Hey, Zoro's here. Well, we
We'll
came
get back to this.
When you leaving?
Me?
Well, who else said they were leaving, son?
Oh, right. I leave at daybreak.
What for? If you don't mind me asking.
Have to take someone to Falcoral, and I mean,
Damn. I need to go see him.
Yes.
Things to say.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Um.
not a good time to see him right now, Zoro. He's a little down in the dumps right now.
I'll be taking
Someone.
Miss Falcoral first thing in the morning, and there's really no point in me leaving my village after that, so that'll be that.
Huh.
Are you gonna talk to yourself? Sorry, that was a little meta.
Speaking of speaking people, Gareth wants to see it, Zoro.
The good old barkeep. He's still keeping it up?
It's a bit more rundown. Also has a bar
Damn.
finding shield. So
I put so
it's
much
still
money into that
standing.
bar. Alright. Got a lot of shit to do. Alright. Well, Fion, if it is. Why would you leave? Do you not like us?
No, I really like you guys, but I mean, from the beginning, that this was always how it was going to be.
Oh.
I told you that. I eventually have to return home and do my duty of protecting Hashan.
Well,
Okay.
We're gonna be sad to see you leave.
Well, from one sibling, I guess,
True.
to another, then I'd understand. If that is the case. However, before you leave, then we are here to have a feast.
Yeah.
But first, before that, Eric.
Yes.
Aragon said that you were waiting for this, and he's gonna go ahead, hand him the staff, toss it to him.
Yes,
What does it look like?
Eric. I'll get you a description of this thing.
AKA, he's thinking of how it looks like right now.
It is a blue staff.
Alright. I'll be right back. I gotta go kill someone.
How to immediately make Yaka hate a piece of equipment? The color blue.
The color blue.
That's just a color clash, dude.
Yes, it is a red quarterstaff that has gold, kind of like inlaid rings near the tip of it. And Eric, yes, you do recognize this. It is a staff of power.
There's nothing
Hope it is
else.
to your liking. There's nothing else.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, that was all that was on the blueprint sheet. That seems to have been put there. But there has been a little bit of a tweak that seems like that has been implanted. As you see that the tip of it seems to be made with like a very interesting red gemstone.
You're so close. You're on thin ice.
I am unsure what else you want me to say about this. I'm trying to look up anything that.
You didn't mention that part. People will die. Starting tonight. I'm a man of my word.
Okay. So, Eric is now mumbling
Oh, yeah.
ambitiously to himself. So I am gonna go ahead and head back to my quarters. A feast will be had later. And he goes,
Oh, alright. Well, anyone else got some stuff we need to get done? No?
Would you mind if I
Oh.
walk into the forge for just a moment? There's been something I've been looking for a
Alright.
while now.
Oh. I mean, like, yeah, it's there if you want to go talk to him. Oh, look, it's Aragon. I haven't seen him in a bit.
She's gonna go into the forge.
You go into the forge as you see a, like, very small-looking demon, kind of like old lady, as well as what looks like a very short, scaly dragon, or dragonborn-esque type of thing that's there, who seems to be hammering away at the forge. Both of them not exactly paying attention to you.
Hello?
Wow. You see that the old lady turns around and looks at you. She says, "Ah, a customer to the forge. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Aragon, dear." You see that Aragon stops her voice like, "Yes, oh, right. You're, yeah, you're you. I remember you."
I do not know who you are. I have never met you before in my entire life.
Right, this is our first time meeting. I'm Aragon, and this is my master, who teaches me to do blacksmithing. Can I help you?
I've been on the hunt. Oh, sorry. My name is Vion, Mr. Aragon. I've been on the hunt for a boomerang for
Oh,
a very long time.
Well, I do have one, if you want it.
May I take a look at it, please?
Sure. You see that he goes over. You see that he takes out what looks like a metallic boomerang, but it seems like it seems very dull and very used. As he says, "Well, I've got this on the list of things that I'm gonna be fixing up soon. So, if you want this one, first come, first serve. So, come by. Maybe tomorrow? Maybe I might have it ready tomorrow."
What time tomorrow?
Well, depends. I've got. You see that he kind of like puts a thumbs up and points behind him with his thumb, and you see that there's like tons of crates just full of broken equipment. He says, "I've got a lot of that to deal with first. Maybe I could probably put this on a list somewhere, and I'll probably get to it much sooner. But
I will be leaving Ravenfall in the morning by daybreak, so don't worry about it then."
Really? I mean, have you gone sightseeing at least?
No, I have duty to attend to.
Duty bound. There's one other one that's like you. I remember. I know him. Oh. I don't know. I'll see about getting your boomerang ready tomorrow then, if I can. What time do you suppose you're going to be leaving?
I'm leaving first thing as soon as the sun rises, so do not worry about it. I'll find something eventually. I was just curious if you had anything.
Well, I don't know. I might have a lot of orders, so I might not go to sleep tonight, so I don't know. First thing tomorrow morning, come here to the forge, and I might have it ready. Might. Sound good?
Don't even think about it. Don't worry about it at all.
No.
Thank you.
No. You've asked for a boomerang. I'm gonna try to get this done.
Gonna walk out. She's just gonna walk out.
You see the heels. You hear the yell behind him. Make sure to come back.
She rejoins the group. Sorry about that. Had to ask a question.
So
Was it a personal question?
General Witherkay, I'm not close with you like that. Just asking if they had a boomerang. They didn't.
Oh. Well. Okay.
Not one that I could get by tomorrow morning. I mean,
Well, alright, I guess. So, what now? We just gonna set up and get ready for the trek, I guess, to go to Fion's village?
well, I'm going. Yeah. I'm have to go talk to that guy. I'll do it in the morning, but should probably rest up. Long road ahead of me.
Alright. Well, I guess we're all gonna get a rest, I guess, right?
Sounds good. Honestly, I'm a bit beat.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go drinking at that bar, Baprold.
I'll pass.
Oh yeah, that's right, you already went drinking.
I'm not in the mood.
Fair enough. Alright.
Everything okay? She's gonna. Actually, no, she's gonna wait. She's gonna pull Baprold aside. Like, pull up behind.
Well, nobody's got anything. I think it'd be best if we get some sleep. Right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Alright. We'll go and head out and get some sleep then. You know, I'm surprised, Eric, that your library is actually still standing. And I'm assuming our rooms are probably still good too. I think.
Of course it does. It's the strongest security known to man. And it cuts to like the please do not enter, like with the rope.
Fucking rope. Yeah. And like, yeah. You know, it fucking cuts to the party standing in front of it. You see everything is fine except for the balcony that's like on the side. It's like they're taking out some of the rubble, and then you see that like the front where there's supposed to be that rope with the sign. And you see that the rope is cut and that the sign is broken. What was that about security?
We'll take that to user error. I should have put a second rope.
Well, alright. Whatever security you can add to it, I guess. Oh! Y'all ain't gonna do anything. I need to go get some sleep.
And I cast mending on the ropes.
Yeah. Yeah, you cast mending. It fixes. Yeah. Yeah, you see Mercurio go inside the library and make his way upstairs. Anybody else?
Silas probably gonna follow behind.
Fair.
Wait, Mercurio can't raid.
And thus,
Why are we in my
You never know.
library?
It might have been the opposite. Him not being on deck, you might have a brain.
Probably.
So, I guess we'll cut back now to Zoro. So Zoro, making your way back to your office or the barracks, you notice that when you go over, you see that your office space is opened up a bit, as you see that there's like a hole in your wall now where it seems like something went through, but it seems like there's a couple of the soldiers that seem to be working on it. Getting it fixed. As you see that the squire that Sir Christian was talking to earlier had finally come back with a report. And he says, Captain, sir, here you go. As he puts the report on your desk.
Thank you. What is your name?
Oh, the name is Ian, sir.
Well, thank you, Ian. I shall call for you again if I do need you. Until then, however, it is actually getting late, so I would suggest maybe getting some rest for tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. But unfortunately, Sir Christian has need of me around the city. We still have yet a lot of rubble, and unfortunately, a few unknown people who have gone missing. They may be underneath the rubble, and I don't feel comfortable resting until we know that everyone is accounted for, sir.
Then do not let me stop you.
Thank you.
Proceed.
You see that he gives you a bow before leaving. And the report kind of dictates, everything that's kind of happened within the week that you guys were gone. Literally, the first day that you guys were gone, there was a whole invasion that ended up happening where half the city ended up getting had ended up getting taken, and more than half of the guards had pretty much been injured or killed. It wasn't until 2 days later when a particular incident happened where Mara had tried to go outside, and it was stated that Mercurio had followed suit, and both had never returned. During that time as well, about a day later, Sir Christian had come back after an expedition to have found out that he had been infected with the crystalline virus, and kind of dictates like a little bit of like a journal entry-ish, kind of talking about what he's feeling and everything like that, and some of the alchemists helping him kind of get through it. And then it cuts into the next day from that, where it talks about how now it seems that Sir Christian has managed to get control of the virus and actually had managed to make it useful for them, and had decided to launch a full assault to reclaim the city. And within that day had actually managed to reclaim the city, and not just reclaim the city in total, managed to take care of any more camps of demons that seem to have gotten themselves camped around the city, outside of the city. In following suit of that, there was also plans to make sure to get the city rebuilt, make sure to get a count for any survivors that may have been trapped underneath the rubble during the invasion, and their reclaiming of the city. All of those things kind of piled up together onto where you guys are now.
What are the supplies looking like?
The supplies seems to have been getting there a little bit. There have been a couple expeditions that have happened within the last few days that have brought back a good amount of food from broken carriages that have been found on the roads, or any villages that may have some spare scraps left over from their own invasions that have happened. And the supplies seem to be okay, but from what it's saying, or from what it's estimating, the supplies will at least last another week before they run out.
All right. I'll go ahead. Keep that in mind then. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, back.
Okay.
He'll go ahead and he'll put the report aside then, before he speaks to Coco for a split second. How have things been on your end? Considering that you've been in the forefront of it all, I assume you probably have a more personal idea of what it is that's been going on.
You see that Coco looks at you and telepathically says, "Well, I may have overheard potential plans. Something of a large-scale invasion on the region of Creston itself. Something happening in the Citadel from a demon camp there before we raided. Something seems off. The Citadel should not be active, as it seems like the Citadel was the first place that was raided. But it seems to still be standing."
Any ideas on what it could be?
Nothing solid, but potentially we may be able to send scouts and soon get more concrete answers.
We can. All given time. We'll see if in the morning if we have anything available to us. For right now, I think everybody's just focusing on just rebuilding, cleaning up.
You hear a knock at your door.
Oh. Wonder who it could be. Come in.
You see the door opens, and you see that Sir Christian comes in. He stands at attention. He says, "Sir?"
At ease.
It seems that we may have a couple bits of refugees that have been coming in from the surrounding villages. A couple of our expeditions have returned, but unfortunately have returned with no supplies. more survivors they found.
Hmm. All right. You sent a hunting party out at all?
We've sent a couple, but unfortunately none of them have returned. We fear the worst for them, and unfortunately, with the supplies we currently have right now, and with the equipment still underway of being repaired, we don't have anyone to send for search parties at the moment, sir.
All right, then. For now, let us just go ahead and make sure the refugees are within good health. If they need any medical, whatever we can give to them, make sure that they are given. I'll see what I can make to hopefully help speed the process up on getting this town back to how it used to be. And then tomorrow we'll see if we can find either find people, or I can go out myself to see if I can find any leads toward why these search parties are going missing.
Very well, sir. Should we have some of our men accompany you?
If we can go ahead and offer that, then that would be fine with me. But if not, I would rather them be focused on here, making sure that the town is in working order.
Very well, sir. I will send one of my best men to go with you.
All right. Anything else from me?
That is all, sir.
All right. You're dismissed.
Thank you.
I will be down in a little bit. Start making some food for you guys. Help you keep your energy up.
Thank you, Captain.
Of course.
You see that he gives you. You can see that he gives you the. He gives you the salute before he leaves. Anything else you do here before you head down?
He's probably gonna follow him and go back to the bar to go talk to Gareth.
All right. Yeah. So you head out to the bar. It's pretty much about close to. It's pretty much like close to nighttime now. You enter the bar as you see that a lot of the guests seem to have been gone. There's a few that seem to linger. As you see that Gareth seems to be cleaning up some mugs. As he hears the door swing open, he looks over and says, "Well, hey, who would have thought the boss would be back in town?"
Sorry it took me so long. Seems though you've been able to at least keep some essence of a bar up.
Yeah.
Given the circumstances.
Given the circumstances, I can make with what I've got. A bit of the supplies that the expeditions have been bringing up allowed me to be able to make whatever alcohol, but not as strong and certainly not to the taste I'd like it to be, but it's alcohol nonetheless, so if it makes the people happy, what can I do about it, you know?
Not much else. We're all surviving out here. Any little bit helps.
Yep.
But how are supplies as they are?
Supplies are very rough. I can't exactly say there's a lot of food I can really offer to the people, and certainly not the famous peanuts we used to be able to give out with the alcohol we used to give back at the old bar, but, well, I give out whatever I can, you know, some bit of food here and there, some bread, you know, give it out of some complimentary stuff, but overall, don't exactly got a lot to work with, Captain.
Figure. Alright then. Well, of all things considering, I say good job with keeping the bar up. Helps keep the spirits up as well, so did a fine job.
Good to hear that from you, Captain. As much as I wouldn't want to call this a bar I'd like to work in, but hey, gotta work with what we got, right?
Gotta work with what we got.
Yep.
Now,
yep.
I shall go on ahead and start making some food for these hardworking people out here.
Whoa, Captain's meals? Wow, never thought I'd see the day I'd be able to have meals from the captain again. Well, first of all, before you do that, you see that he takes out one of your mugs that you used to have, like a nice, like much bigger mug. As you see that he pours in some alcohol and kind of like elbows it, and it slides across the table to the end, close to the door. He says, "Have a drink on me, Captain."
Ah. It has been a little bit, hasn't it?
Yep.
Since I've actually had good drink. He'll go ahead and he'll chug that shit.
Yeah, you don't even need to make a Constitution saving throw. It's like, it's alcohol. It's, it would be something that would be better, but unfortunately, it's not exactly something that you could get drunk off of. Certainly has the taste of alcohol, that's for sure, but as for effectiveness, I could definitely do much better for sure. Hardly can feel anything from this alcohol, but, it's something at least.
If it keeps the people going here, I guess, it's fine.
Yeah, well, don't exactly have a lot of the aged barrels we used to have before, but I got a couple of new barrels made, so, hopefully with those aging up, we'll probably get something going.
Hopefully. Till then, I'll let you continue on working here. Zora's gonna notice the no bar fights sign. Why is that there?
Well, Captain, after what happened last time in the other bar and it being, well, pretty much blown up from dear Eric, I kind of have to put the sign there. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure if I didn't put a sign like that there, Eric is probably going to want to have my head. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case anyway.
Yeah, I guess not. Alright. Keep that sign up for now. When we get this bar back, I better not see that back up again. He's dead. He died.
Sorry.
Ichi ripped out his throat.
Sorry, I was talking about mom. Anyway, cutting from there, that'll have to be it for tonight's session. It was a tad bit more rush, but we tried to get, I got in a bit more stuff than, that I could have gotten in, and I did. So, anyway, thank you everybody for tuning into tonight's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me, dear players, was this a good, bad session? Do I need to improve on anything? Tell me anything to help me improve for the next time.
I will only say one thing.
Yes.
For the one we just had, or like we had at the end of the session, which I don't really care about. Holy fucking shit, I cannot be the initiator.
Issue conversation.
Not every time. Please.
Anything else from the dear players?
Like, goddamn Zoro, you carry initiate.
Always. Alright. I seem to be a little bit
That's like
impressed. Oh, God.
Partly the reason why I had Eric teleport because you guys didn't want to talk.
Alright. Well, I seem to be a little bit pressed for time as I have to hurry up and go grab some more stuff. So, I gotta go. But, anyway, I will see you guys again probably tomorrow when I probably just host a regular gaming stream, and I'm probably just gonna play some regular games tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, we have a new game for you guys on the way as well. Some, what is it? Tears of the Moon. Lunacid. Anyway,